Oh, it says, how about using the boards you have under the window? What? what, Nielsen, let's try her. How'd you spell that? Courtney Olsen. Is that her? Yep. Ooh. Gosh. That was going to be a 4-hour walk. And then I realised that I was also going to have to carry my bag. You're not saying you just woke up, you're saying fun. Yeah, I knew this. I just knew this, right? We all knew this, didn't we? Isn't this really obvious? Yeah, that's fucking horrible. He's got a very, very big head. That guy's got a big fucking head. Errol, or maybe, taking all the money from me. You are not coming off well. There was no empathy. There was no sympathy. There was no meeting in the middle. They were just like dismissive. They were completely dismissive. Just a shower of fucking disgraceful shit. The guy said, "Ooh, look at that Porsche out the window," you know. It's like, yeah, but what about my tits? No, but look. I'd love to know. I'd love to know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Right, so let's add a test message. So now it's working. Clear that. Save it. Hopefully the chats should appear now in the video. I mean, they obviously appear in the one of the sides. Is it that way? Probably that side. They'll appear in the next to the video, but I quite like them to be embedded in the video as well, because I know that when you're streaming from a PC, I don't know if the chats show. And you show when you do it on a... Look, honestly, Torch has never been a reliable method of getting a good Twitch stream, but we should do it anyway. Bits, and I'll get you that. No, but so you can do the buttery biscuit base, and then you can do that twice. On the base, Hello, everybody. It is I, Meja Fuss. And we are, and I think I've got burger sauce all over my face. Thanks for the resub, Aurelia. Where's the music gone? Oh, it's still there. Yeah, go home. Why didn't anyone tell me I had burger sauce all over my face? Well, anyway, it's just a standard Thursday. Hello, everybody. This is Transbricks. We are coming at you live from Norway, Oslo. Got cable problems. Look at my cables. Look at the state of these cables. Oh my God. Someone help me with my cables, please. This is this is stupid. This is stupid. What the hell's going on with the cables? Why isn't someone responsible for this? Apart from me. Obviously I'm responsible for this, but couldn't someone else be responsible for this? Apparently not. How is everybody? I hope you're okay. Yeah, no, it's like an extension. Sloth dude. It's a massive cable extension. It theoretically allows me to go from one side of the room to the other while staying plugged in. But it's also literally the only way I can connect my headphones to my audio interface. This is the only cable that works, and it's 7 miles long. So it's yeah, I mean, it works. That's the main thing, but it's 7 miles long. Hey, Bill, you just resubbed. And we're on to a hype train already. Amazing. Boom. Get out. We got fireworks as well. That worked. Thank you for the resub, Bill. It's very much appreciated. I hope everyone's having a really good Thursday. I hope you've all had a really good week. Personally, I haven't, actually. So I don't know if you've seen the news. I am now monoboobed. I'm now in Amazon. So what happened in the Amazonian with the Amazonian women? Apparently, this is myth. Actually, it's myth, but I'm gonna take it anyway. Is that in order to be better archers, they had to have a boob removed, and that was the reason I did it as well. So in order to be able to shoot arrows, better, because it was just getting in the way. Even though I am right-handed, and so they've actually taken the wrong one off. Oh, shit. Right, I'm going to have to sort that out at some point. Explain to them, sorry guys, there's been a mistake. You took the wrong one off. This is not going to help me shoot people with my bows and arrows. How's everyone doing? Dickie's Love Dude is in the house. Storage Heater is here as well. Hello, Storage. Nice to see you. Ace Venom's here. Hello. Nemo's here as well. Hello, Nemo. How you doing? I hope you're doing all really well. 21 months. Oh my God. Oh, Aurelia, you subscribed. Did I see that? I don't know if I saw that. Sorry. I only just noticed. But anyway, you've just resubscribed at tier 2 and you're 21 months. That is phenomenal. Phenomenal work by Aurelia. My very good friend Aurelia, who's also my mod, and she's hanging out in the other room. You'll probably hear her laughing throughout the stream. She enjoys a good laugh. Yeah, no, I'm good Aurelia. I use my tongue. No, it's alright. No, it's okay. It's not your fault. It's my fault. Ace Venom has seen the news. Oh my God, what's happened now? What's happened on the news? Don't even tell me. I don't want to think about the news. Yeah, really, I know how your week has been. It's very similar to my week. We are, tied together. It's a very similar situation. So I lost one of my boobs. Already I lost one. She obviously, in order to, in an incredible show of solidarity, Aurelia did not get her other boob removed either. That would be stupid. That would be, wow, that would be impressive though, wouldn't it? Talking of impressive, speaking of impressive, look at this. Look at this bad boy. Whoa. I can't even put it on the table. It's too big. It's too big to even put on the table. This is what we're building today. Not all of it, obviously, but we're going to make a start. We're going to make a start on the Concorde. I've been looking forward to this. You know what? This has been keeping me going. When I've been lying on the hospital bed, it took them 5 attempts. Can I just say, in order to get an IV line in my arms, it took them not 1, not 2, not 3, not even 4. It took them 5 attempts. The 5th time was the winner. Managed to find a vein eventually. And my veins apparently are stupid. They are stupid. My veins are stupid. I'm 100% behind that. They took them 5 attempts. I've got 5 holes in my arms. All of them painful. Yeah, all of them painful. I'm just going to take off my jumper because I'm too hot. So I'm going to take off my headphones. This is massive cable. Huge amounts of cable for no reason. Yeah, that was a rough day. Yeah, that was one of those rubbish days. You know how you sometimes have really rubbish days? That was one of them. So for anyone who doesn't follow me on Twitter or doesn't know the news, I got my left breast removed yesterday. That was just yesterday, actually. That was just yesterday. Yeah, what did you do yesterday, Meja? Oh, nothing much. Just got my tit removed. So yeah, it wasn't the best day. It wasn't one of my favourite days, honestly. But it needed doing. I don't know if you've seen I've maybe shared a few photographs privately, possibly some in the Discord. If you're interested in, look, there's some bandage. If you're interested in seeing pictures of me, pictures of my insides, but not in a sexy way, head over to our Discord and you'll be able to see right up inside my boobie. Wow, that's like, I don't know how you can refuse that offer, honestly. Right, we missed the hype train. Never mind, there'll be another one soon. Choo-choo! So Nemo's going to be mainly like, that's fine. Yeah, Aurelia, I don't think we're allowed to say that, honestly, Aurelia, but also yes. It's like one of those obscure laws where, you know, you're allowed to shoot a Scottishman from the walls of York, the city walls or something. It's like that's fine. That's actually legal, and no one's bothered to change it because it's not. Because they don't mind it when it happens. But so hopefully there's something similar but I don't think there is, to be honest. Not with this current government. I'm gonna go and get a scissor. Maybe some scissoring. As you all know, I'm an expert scissorer. So let me just open this up. Small announcement to make in that regard as well. I've done some life changes recently, some fairly major life changes. I just realised my pretzel's not visible. Hold on a sec. Why is my pretzel not visible? Why is it not visible? Oh, it's just not there. Who cares? You can hear it at least. That's the main thing. I thought I'd just do with a donor hand. Shh. Storage Heater says the Amazon myth is actually an etymology thing they applied after. The Greeks decided that it came from the term a without and mazos, breast. I see. Amazos. I see. So the Amazonians, actually, it's etymological, which means that's why they're called Amazonians, because it means without breasts. That is very interesting, actually. Thank you, Storage. That's extremely interesting information for us to consume. It's Ace Venom says, I prefer to watch the olds now because the news is too depressing. That's a good joke, but also it's true, isn't it? Why don't we just watch... We could just watch old news where everything was really good. Everything was really good in the olden days. We could just watch those, like, you know, when it was the 70s. I'm pretty sure in the 70s everything was really, 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 really good. So we could just watch that. I think that's what I've been told anyway by people who voted for Brexit. Five, count them, 5. But he says, I'd love good news on the stream. Like, I don't know, Sunak lost his mind and somehow appointed Abigail Thorne his replacement. That would be weird. And Rowling has donated her entire fortune to a charity for all queer people. That'd be weird. Those would be amazing news, though. I suspect Abigail would be too busy for that job. You know, I think she'd probably drop a few things. She'd probably drop a few commitments in order to reinstigate trans healthcare across the United Kingdom for puberty blockers for kids. That was unfucking-believable. I don't even want to talk about it. We're not going to talk about that today. Because it's too much, isn't it? It's just too much. It's too much. And this stream is a happy place. Nominally. It's nominally a happy place. We tried to be fairly happy here, so that's what we're not going to talk about. We're not going to talk about the disgusting actions of the UK Health Secretary, who's committing it. Basically, it's not legal, right? It's not legal. It's going to get overturned. She knows this. It's a temporary measure, but right now they're just basically making it as hard as possible to get puberty blockers for kids in the UK. They've made it so no one, not even private health services, can now prescribe puberty blockers, and also prescriptions that have been issued in the EU for puberty blockers for trans kids specifically, not for cis kids, but only for trans kids, they don't need to be honoured or whatever. You know, they're not going to actually prescribe them. So it's fucking repulsive, and I don't swear lightly. Actually, I kind of do, but in this case, I really mean it. Slough dude, and I guess it made your birthday retroactively worse too. It did make my birthday even worse than it had already been because it was pointless. Yeah, even worse. You saw it. Good. We need to get you a nice letter opener. Hey, that's a good idea. You could get a nice letter opener. But also, it doesn't matter. I got scissors. Hey, story girl. How you doing? I hope you're doing as best as you can under the circumstances. I'm doing okay. Look what I got. I got this from the hospital. They gave me this. You know, they were really nice, honestly. They were really super nice. The only problem with this is it's actually far too big. So I can either have one boob that's too small, because there's still something there, and I've got some dressings on and stuff. So there's still something, but there's also like still a boob there, because I'm not completely boobless. I'm not completely flat-chested. I'm just enhanced. But then this one makes it too big. So I can either have one that's, it's just it's still maybe better than nothing. What I'll probably do is I'll try with more of a tight top and stuff on it and see if it kind of squashes them down to a more even symmetry. But it was really nice. I mean, they were really nice. The nurses were so nice. Okay, what's this? This is a white box inside the big box, and it's number 6469371. I don't know what that's. I don't know why. Why is. I'm just going to put that there. It's number 3. This is going to take some sorting. I'm going to just tip this out onto the sofa. Okay. Oh. Come on. Oh, this is really, really random. Some are in the box, some are in another box. Seemingly random. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just going to carry on opening the Lego. What's going on? Oh, cool. This one's a push-through one. It's easier. And then I'll just empty this as well. Whoa. That's a lot of Lego on that sofa. Oh, it's a good job I'm not doing a sofa chaos build, isn't it, with this? Bloody hell. Do you remember that? That was so much fun. Hey, 1000, Ashlyn, how you doing? Hope you're doing really well. Storage says no. It was retroactively applied. It definitely does not mean without breast. Lol. The Greeks were having a silly day. Oh, I see. It was retroactively applied. So it just means that they named it after the Amazons and then made the words up based on them or something. Well, that's very silly. You have to do something between the orgies. You can't just be orgying. You also have to make up words. You know, it sounds like a very trans kind of thing. It's very LGBTQ though, isn't it? Because LGBTQ people also like to have orgies and then make up made up words which which aren't real. Not real words, but made up words. That's what we like to do. Not God-given words. Not the ones that originally came down from heaven and we are now speaking, Not the correct words, but made up words. We like to make up words. I'm very skeptical that this is bag number 1. It doesn't look like enough pieces, to be honest. That's a small amount of pieces. I do have the separator in. So, I mean, I know it is one, but I don't think it's the only one. We're gonna find out, aren't we? We're gonna find out. So let's just get the instructions up. This is a Lego Concorde. Concorde. That's what I've typed in. I've typed in Lego Concorde. Instructions. Hello, Ariel. How you doing? Thank you. Rex is here too. Hello, hey Rex. Hope you're doing well. Story says, I'm taking any excuse to share this. I'm reading a very worthy book from the 1940s that just dropped the line, no orgy could be imagined without Saha and her meaty jokes. Saha sounds like a hoot. I'd love to meet Saha and listen to her meaty jokes. I'm sure we've got a lot in common, honestly. I think we get on well. Softed. We want to be happy, but we also want to get your personal troubles out of the way first. That's a good idea. That's what we'll do, because this is my therapy. God knows I don't have any real therapy, so this is my therapy. You are all my qualified therapists. Semi-qualified, perhaps. Alison says, just reading a story, Nicki Minaj held a moment's silence for her friend, Princess Diana. I do think that Diana, if she saw this stuff and think that, for fuck's sake, get a grip. Yes, that is weird, isn't it? Oh, shit. Okay, so an announcement, and obviously it's not for this stream because I've completely fucked it up. What we should want to probably do at this point is get all our swearing out of the way, okay? So let's just make this a really fucking sweary stream, yeah? Get it all out of our system, and then the next stream I do, I'm going to try... And I hope that you can support me in this. I hope you can support me because if you I think we all need to work together on this one. It's not just my responsibility, it's also yours. Let's try not to swear. Let's see if we can do it. Exact, thank you, Stoic. That's good. Bum willy tits. Yeah. Oh, the really dirty stuff is coming out now. Let's see if we can just not swear next stream. Next stream. Not this stream, because I think it's too late for that, isn't it? But next stream. We're going to try not to swear, and then I'm going to set the channel to, family friendly. I can't keep a straight face. I can't say and keep a straight face, honestly. But that's what I'm going to try and do. We'll see how that goes. I think it's important, and it's important for various reasons. It's important for me to make lots and lots of money. Actually, that's it. No, that's it. That's the only reason, right? But that's a good I think that's a good reason, personally. So that's fine. That's what we're going to do. I can't become a Lego affiliate, right? Unless we set the channel to family friendly. Also, I don't think I can become a Lego ambassador where they'll then send me free Lego sets. Unless we're also family friendly. We're not really in line with the Lego values as it stands, unfortunately. I've been informed. And I was like, what? This, by the way, this set, 18 plus, this set. Just throwing it out there, just letting you know, this set's age rating is 18 plus. But as we all know, 18 means for children. So that's, good that Lego are taking that into account. It's fine. But we do need to try and make an effort, guys, okay? Let's see how it goes today. I mean, maybe we shouldn't swear the whole stream today. Let's just see if we can... Let's see how it goes. I don't know. Errol, how are they going to make that distinction, is the question. Yeah, exactly. Are they going to ask everyone picking up puberty blockers, are you trans? That seems like breach of privacy laws. It's not just a breach of privacy laws, it's blatant discrimination. Blatant discrimination. Hey MJ, but trans and MB people didn't exist in the 70s. They were invented in 2015 by those crazy trans activists. I actually was one of the core members of that group that decided to invent trans people. Not a lot of people know this. I actually came up with the word trans. I just made it up. I just picked 4 random letters and I was like, hey, what about this word? Completely made up word that. Before that, there was no such thing as trans. That's true. Softed says, or you can put it on the right side. So you have one small one and one absolutely ginormous one. Oh yeah, like a massive boob. That's a good idea. I mean, that's a terrible idea. That's a terrible idea. No, I'm not going to do that. I had to get new false boobs this week. One of my fake ones got punctured, and the weird slime stuff leaked. I've had that. They actually did last a bit longer this time. Yes, I know your pain, Ashlyn. I know your pain. I was wearing falses for quite a while in my life. Most of my life. Actually, most of my life I've been wearing falses. But, and, gradually upgrading as my budget would allow. And now I got, so at least until very recently, like yesterday, I had, real ones. They're under the skin, at least. As real as you can, as real as I can get to get this size, because I got a B cup. I got a B cup naturally, and it's not bad, but it's not enough. It's not enough for my tastes, which are unusual. No, they're not actually. They're not unusual tastes. I think that's the thing. A hell of a lot of cis women want bigger boobs, right? So I'm just like that, just like them. Thank you for the resub, Baseline Beat. Very kind of you. You have been resubscribed. You've been subscribed for 6 months, Baseline. You're doing super well. Thank you so much for the support, guys. It means a lot. It really does, especially in these trying times. Ooh. Right, Errol says that just sounds particularly both kind of cool, alien-esque, and ungodly horrible at the same time. Boobs leaking. It's not this boobs leaking is a massive pain in the ass. And the thing is, they do get punctured, and they're not cheap. For good ones, which are like full of goop or whatever, full of silicone gel, they're not cheap. So that's a tragedy. A tit-based tragedy. By the way, not to brag. Alison says, oh, here comes a brag. But in a 3-hour stream, I possibly built the least amount of Lego possible after chatting and pissing about. It was 1.5 pages of Lego. Jesus, show off. You massive show off, Ashley. That's a... Well done. Well done. That's pathetic. Well done. That is utterly pathetic. I'm proud of you. It was a fun stream though, that's the main thing. Well, that's the main thing, isn't it, Slofty? That is the main thing. Funness. Having fun. And related things. Do. And yeah, within the sort of plastic coating on top, the chicken fillets I wear, it's like some weird goo slime stuff. Hold on a second, are you wearing chicken fillets? Because, I mean, actually that's not a bad idea. But also be careful of, be careful of contamination. Food contamination can be a real problem. Don't touch your boobies and then lick your fingers, okay? That's a bad idea. Do. Wildcard here. Hello, Wildcard. I mean, if you melt your brains with enough orgasms, oh my god, the words just kind of get made up on their own, right? That's true. Wish I could melt my brains with, with that technique. I try, but it's not melted fully yet. One day, I can live in hope. I wonder what I'm building. Oh, I know what I'm building. I'm building in the wingspan, aren't I? Am I building the wingspan already? That's weird, okay. Gosh, I didn't expect to be building the wingspan first, but that looks like what I'm doing. Cool. Do. Anyway, I like your style, Wildcard. I think that's what I'm going to try and do from now on. That's my new goal. First, I've got to feel like I'm actually inhabiting my body again, which I don't really feel because I turned that switch off recently. Storage says, we're hitting an impressive amount of automated phrases today and it's barely half an hour in. AMJ says, made up words like labour support, trans people. Sorry, that's just gobbledygook. Come on, I think everyone, we need to speak English, guys. We need to speak English. Sorry, wrong button. If we're not speaking English in the chat, then we can't follow along. So if everyone could just speak English, please, that'd be great. Thanks. I don't know what you just said there, MJ. It's a weird language. So you're having a tough go of things, says Wildcard. Hope things start getting easier for you soon. Me too. Storage is going for it. Bum, Willy, tits. No, you spelled Willy wrong as well. God, you even spelt Willy wrong. Oh my God. Isn't that funny when you try and make a joke and then you fuck it up because you spelled something wrong? That's what you just did. Rest in peace, Twitch filter. Here we go. Let's try not to swear so much here. Okay, but 1,000 stars is really going for it. I actually, I support the sentiment. I do support the sentiment. I'm just not going to repeat it all because it's very rude. It's very, very rude, that. And as you all know, I don't like rude things. Errol's optimistic. He says this is going to end in disaster very, very quickly. Story says, I feel like maybe we shouldn't be allowing all these terms then. Well, ooh, yeah. Should we, can we do a reset? Can we reset the filters or whatever? Can we just be okay, yeah, you were right. You were right all along. We were wrong. We apologize. Please censor us. Please censor us as much as you like. Errol likes the reasoning. The reasoning's good. The reasoning is good, isn't it? I hope we can reset it, filter storage. Well, says, I think we need some sort of Pavlovian response training. Blobby screaming every time someone curses. Oh, yeah. Also,
this is the bad place.
This is the bad place. Or, that's a good idea, I like this. Or some of those creatures with the television screen stomachs. The Teletubbies. Yeah, something from the Teletubbies. We haven't had have we really even properly considered the Teletubbies as a source of inspiration for the stream yet? Because I kind of feel like we haven't. And perhaps we're missing an obvious, perhaps we're missing a trick there. The Teletubbies. Yeah. Speaking of psychedelic and freaky TV for children, has anyone watched In the Night Garden as well? That's kind of it's a bit out there. I'm not sure exactly what substances they were taking when they created it, but they were not just drinking water. Let me just tell you right now, they were not just drinking water. Errol says, I feel that we're going to need 2 channels, Meja. One family-friendly Lego channel, and once every week we need a completely, utterly batshit insane, non-family friendly one. I don't know. Yeah, how does that work? I don't know. I think we have to go all in, though, Errol. I'm not sure that's going to work. I think we have to literally just go all in on the family friendliness. Everyone's like, unsubscribe. Let's give it a go, okay? Come on, let's give it a go, guys. I know we can do it. We're grown adults. We're better than this. Well, we're not. That's the problem. We're not really. But we could be. We could be better than this. We could be. It's aspirational. Those were age ratings. I thought those were expected days to build completion. Yeah, this is an 18-dayer. No, it's age ratings. It's because it's a very rude and dirty set. This Lego's filthy. This is where you get family-friendly recognition. But as soon as you do first Lego build is the word twat in giant Lego letters. What? The set is kind of phallic. What, a giant Concorde? I don't know. I mean, do you just see them everywhere, soft dude? Do you just see penises everywhere you look? In which case, yeah, I can understand how you might think that an aeroplane is a massive penis, yeah? It's a bit dodgy. Okay, I found number 2. There's a lot of bags. I think there's at least 21. But there might be more. Aurelia says, we actually named it trance because trance was a thing and we liked that, right, man? You like trance. We named it after the music. Because we like trance music. Kudos on the invention of trance, man. You did a good job. I know, it's pretty good, isn't it? It's pretty, just random letters as well. Random. Wait, yeah, exactly. Storage heater has proven that he can count. because that's just pluralized. It's just pluralized. Like singular is tran, pluralized trance. That's how it. Don't you know? Don't you even know how pluralization works? Ooh. So I picked TRAN and then decided to make it plural. Yep, and that's a true story. Story Girl says, double channel action, cunting trans breaks, cunting trans breaks for the R-rated. And trans construction toys for the G-rated. Yeah, okay, there you go. Yes, well, yeah, we could do trans tube flow for the G-rated. Trans tube flow, family friendly. Trans bricks, don't even fucking go there. It's disgusting. Anyway, thank you, Baseline Beat, for the sub, and you use Prime as well. Very smart. If you've got Amazon Prime, then you can subscribe for free. Can you even believe that that's possible? But it is. It's possible if you have Amazon Prime. You can subscribe for free. And they say there's no such thing as a free lunch. Well, they're right, because you also have to pay for Amazon Prime. But if you ignore the fact that you're also paying for Amazon Prime, then this is literally free. But you just can't eat it. Yeah, thank you, Baseline. Trans sister solidarity, much appreciated. Much appreciated. Come on, do the hearts. Go on, do the hearts. Yes, we got the hearts. We got the hearts. It's blessed us with the hearts. Thousand says, I'm not a sub at all, but man calling me pathetic, I can live with it. I can call you whatever you like. I don't really mean it, obviously. Yes, pure chicken fillets. Stream of titties and throw them in the air fryer when I'm finished streaming. I keep getting bad stomachs. If they keep flopping out and falling on the floor, I'm not surprised. You're picking up all sorts of nasties in your dinner, in your booby dinner. You should be careful of that, Ashlyn. Was that a knock on the door, Aurelia? I think there's maybe a knock on the door, in which case I might have to go on a break. Aurealia's hopefully gonna check that soon when she hears me or sees the stream. I don't know, I thought I heard a knock. Just check. I may have to go on a little break. We're expecting someone. Nope, good. It must have been from upstairs, the noisy bastards. So, Norwegian in chat, okay? Yeah, we could just swear in Norwegian. Errol, can you teach us? I bet you can. I bet you'll love this job, won't you, Errol? Errol, teach us how to swear in Norwegian. My wife would never do it. She would never teach me any swear words. As much as I pleaded, she was like, no, I don't want to teach you all that stuff. And I really just feel like if I'd have been taught the basics, like the basics of the language, then I would have been, I'd have been able to get much further than I have. Hello, Jeff. How you doing? We're building the Concorde. It's the Concorde. Storage Heater says, actually, I spelled Willy wrong because I'm too pure to normally use such language. No, Storage. It's because you're a goof. And we love you for it. We love you. Yep. Things are happening. Okay, haha. Reset the terms and good luck. I had another streamer's filter block. Hey, y'all once. Hey, y'all, that's absolutely disgusting. I can't believe the filter let them get away with that. Oh, well, it didn't. Good on them. Jesus, I can't believe such language. It's awful. I'm shocked and stunned. Teletubbies. 1 second. Oh, didn't the Teletubbies have a song that did upsettingly well in the charts too? They usually do, don't they? They usually do that. All these awful, awful things, but they do, don't they? When we tend to watch them. So if you've got it, link me up. Yes, Teletubbies. We got another vote for the Teletubbies. That was the name my mind wouldn't remember. It's been blanked out due to trauma, I suspect. Rex says, oh my God, my niece and nephew watched that. Upsy Daisy. Yeah, in the night garden. Upsy Daisy getting her diddly donk and while Macca Packa polished his rocks. Fucking disgusting. I can't believe that the children would watch this kind of stuff. Hey, first time chatter, Anna Juliet is here. Did you ever live in the UK? You sound British. Do I sound British, mate? I'm a bit British. Like 100% fucking British. Yes, I'm British. You got me. She's figured it out. God damn it. And there was me trying to be something else, because being British, being English particularly, which is what I actually am, even worse, it's pretty shit, honestly. So I tried to hide my accent with a Norwegian accent, which was more Welsh. Fucking like, don't ask me to do accents. I'm not gonna do it. I just embarrass myself. I just really embarrass myself. Then I'm going red. It's a good job I've got foundation on. What's happening in the Discord 1000? We've got things happening. I don't know what's happening. Why did you link to me in the Discord? We're grown adults that all fixate on children's toys. I think us behaving is setting the bar pretty high. But we can try. We can try to be better people. This is what I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be a better person. So to that end, I've given up all addictive substances. Alcohol. This is alcohol, obviously. I don't know what else there could be. Alcohol. So I've stopped drinking alcohol. We got rid of all the alcohol in the apartment. Oh, I think it's been hidden. I need to go and have a proper look round just to make sure that it's definitely all gone. But yeah, no, we got rid of it all. In fact, Aurelia even took some of it back to the shop and just said, actually, we don't want this. Can we get our money back? And they were like, yeah, you can. And I'm like, what? We got... So she took some of the cider we had in the fridge. I can't believe it. And we got chocolate instead. And everyone knows that chocolate's really good for you and not addictive. So that's what we got instead of the cider. So that's... This is me trying to sort my life out, to be quite frank. Because I was drinking too much. I was not dealing with my situation. The current situation that I currently find myself currently in. I wasn't really dealing with that really that well. I was drinking too much. And that is all. That is all I was doing. That's all. I was drinking too much. And so we got rid of all the things that I could drink. Well, not all the things. I think we kept some milk. I don't know. Maybe the water's still in the tap. But you know what I mean. So we'll see how that goes. I'm hopeful. I think it might be good. Like, maybe I'll be able to drink once in a while, out and about, socially, a few glasses of wine. Maybe, that sounds okay. We'll see. Because I'm not, I'm not like I'm not turning yellow from jaundice or anything. But I just wasn't dealing with my situation that well, and I was drinking too much. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens by not doing that. Let's see if I feel better, because something had to give, something had to give, and it gave. Ooh, someone just chocolated me up. Thank you for the redeem. We're gonna do it. This is one of my favorite chocolates in the whole world. This is a Freya Premium 70% cacao. 70% caca. Chocolate bar. It's chocolate made of chocolate. So I'm going to open it and eat it. I'm just going to eat the whole thing. It's going to munch the whole thing. Probably take a couple of bites. You get to listen to the lovely ASMR of me eating massive amounts of chocolate now. Large industrial scale quantities of chocolate. No, I'm not going to eat that much. I'm just going to have a bit. Go! So good, this chocolate. I can't believe how good this chocolate is. Would you like to see it close up? This is what it looks like close up. Incredible scenes. No, I can't eat it. I want to eat it. Thank you for the follow. It was the Anna Christie. Thank you for the follow, Anna Christie. Hope you're doing well. I'm building the Concorde. It's going very well. I built this so far. Pretty sure this is like the wings. This is going to be a part of the wingspan, I believe. Hi, Errol says the Concorde is 18 plus. What children's toys? Indeed. Indeed. Errol, I think this is kind of the point that I was kind of alluding to. Errol says we've switched to the very, very, very adult version of Lego. We're getting it out of our system today. This is the last stream where we can swear, everybody. Let's get it out. Let me remind you, this is the last one. Let's get it out of our system. I'm going to do a swear. Shoot! There you go. That was a swear. Oh, shoot. Yeah, when things go wrong, when go, fiddlesticks. Oh, heck. There you go. Oh, heck. I've made the Lego wrong. Fiddlesticks. Oh, shoot. There you go. I can do it. I feel I can do it. You know, I think I've got it in me. I can do it. I can change. I can be a better fucking person. Oh, fuck. Thousand says, if you have a family-friendly one, I'm going to screw up asking every time, is this the one I can say fuck? No, you're not. Yes, and the answer is no, because they're all going to be family-friendly from now on. From now on, all family-friendly. Shit. I mean, not fuck. Oh, shit. It's going really well. It's going really well. It's going really well. It's going to take a little bit of practice. It is going to take some practice. There's no denying it. But we'll get there in the end. I think maybe. Woohoo! I'm a bit hot. Oh, I'm a bit hot. Shit. Shoot. It's. Oh gosh, I'm just catching a chat. Ashlyn says, also on Teletubbies, ever see that thing where someone showed it in black and white? It takes on a whole new style. Not seen that. Jeff says, so this build has the tagline, is that a Concorde in your pocket or are you just pleased to see me? It should do, shouldn't it? That's what it should do. But also that wouldn't be family friendly. So no, that shouldn't be what we do. It should be, the Concorde is a beautiful aeroplane and we are now building it for everybody to watch. Thank you. Fuck off. Oh! Right, here we go. We got some swearing in Norwegian. Fienden. What's that mean? Rex? I don't know that one. Oh shit. We got a knock on the door earlier. That definitely was a knock. I'm pretty sure that was a knock. In which case, I'm going to have to go on a break. So, I'll be back very shortly, hopefully 5 minutes. 2x4 panel. I can do that by checking all the sets in Brickling that have a 2x4 gate panel. So I'm saying panel, I mean tile. Tile is what I need. A 2x4 tile, not panel. So here we go. Here we go. I really like them actually, Beans. I really like the chocolates. I enjoyed the dark one more than the milk one. Okay, we're back. Yeah, so 10 minutes.
Yeah. So I think we should keep this in here somewhere.
For the youth, yeah.
The room outside.
Yeah, good idea. I agree 100% actually. I've been meaning to say that. Yeah, landlords are just beginners at the moment. They're just walking in and out, asking to come in, showing people around. No notice. Ow, my boob. Ugh. It's a bit annoying. honestly. But they're trying to sell the house, apparently. I should just bloody buy it, just to fucking, I'll buy the house. Just stop coming into our apartment. Ariel says fan is probably the most used Norwegian swear word. Basically, it's a name for the devil. But yeah, it can be used much like fucking English. Awesome. Fan. Am I saying it right? Fan. Storage has got a new game suggestion. I insert a totally normal word into the banned word list and see if anyone triggers it. There is no prize, except my own amusement. I love it. That's a brilliant game, Storage. Make it so. Make it so. Engage. Yes, do so, please. Fan i helvete is just a stronger version. Basically, Satan in hell. Daily translated, but yeah. Fuck. I need some paracetamol already, eh? And I've forgotten to take my antibiotics. Sorry, babe. Can you just grab them from the drawer, please? I totally forgot. Thank you. Gotta take a load of antibiotics and stuff at the moment. And also painkillers. And various other things. Thank you. I totally forgot. It's just in the drawer. Aurelia says, I've never watched Teletubbies. You've never watched Teletubbies? Oh my God. Aurelia says, Meja's more British than the English royal family. Yeah, because they're like German or something, aren't they? I'm pretty much 100% English. Not just British, but English. 100%. It's the most boring thing you can be. Honestly, it's the most dull, boring, pointless thing you can be. Thank you. I just need 2 of those, though.
2? Okay. Is this the other?
And that's the antibiotics. Yep.
Okay.
Neat.
I think the British or the English royal family is also at least part Danish.
Oh, German and Danish. What a terrible combination that is. Still better than English.
1 or 2 antibiotics.
Sorry?
1 or 2 of these.
It's 2 of those. 2 of both. It's just 2 of both of the tablets, please. Yeah, I did, Hannah. That's correct. I moved to Norway just before Brexit. Well, actually, Brexit had happened. The vote had happened. But the new rules that obviously, because, just as soon as people voted, it didn't mean everything suddenly changed. They had to actually enact the rules and say, okay, from now, this is when it's kind of, this is when it's happened kind of thing. So in between those 2 dates, I moved. And I got residency here, which was good. Although honestly, I'd probably still get residency. It's just because, I have a Norwegian wife and stuff. So that helped. I mean, that was the reason I'm here. I'm just eating all my tablets. Yummy. Obviously, that's not one of the redeems. We should have a redeem. Meja, eat your tablets. And then you could literally withhold them due to bad behavior or something. Now, please, you would never be so cruel, would you? I don't think. Or would you? Honestly, I'm not sure about some of you. The Teletubbies hit single. It stayed in the chart for 41 weeks and was double platinum. You brought this on yourself. I hope you're making that shit up. Oh my God, are we actually going to watch it? Am I actually going to put this on? Am I actually going to play this for everybody? Are we actually? Yeah, we are. Yeah, actually, we are going to do this. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I just can't help it myself. I can't help myself. Here we go. This is terrible already. Aw, it's a little baby. Does it carry on like this?
Time for Teletubbies.
Time for Teletubbies.
Time for Teletubbies.
Time for Teletubbies.
Time for Teletubbies. Tinky Winky, Tinky Winky, Dipsy, La La, Ho, Teletubbies, say hello.
together. Not sure we're gonna get through all this.
Dinky Winky, Dipsy, La La, Ho, Teletubbies.
I'm gonna stop you there. So you're saying that this was that people would buy this? Yeah, I mean, telling me that people actually would buy this kind of thing in the millions. Oh my god! And then we wonder why we can't have nice things. I think many things have been answered. Many questions have been answered by that video. Thank you for sharing it. It was wonderfully awful. It was really, really bad. Really bad. Just really, really bad. Thank you so much for that. I hate it. Incredible, isn't it? Like, people were buying it ironically, yeah? No, people were buying it ironically. They were like buying it for the best friend, saying, hey, look what I bought you. And the best friend was like, yeah, you're not my friend anymore. You're actually not my best friend anymore. I don't know why you would do that. Honestly, that's incredible, isn't it? Incredible. Well, God says, do you have some German in you? Not yet, but the night is still young. It's my kind of joke. Anyway, then we have my favourite Northern Norwegian swear word, which is herskuk, which basically translates to horsecock. Also something you can call a policeman if you are north of the Polar Circle, because it is considered normal chatting. Whereas if you just walk up to any English, if you go up to an English policeman and say, you're a fucking horsecock, then they're probably gonna beat you even more than if you hadn't said it. So I don't recommend that, honestly. Oh, what's happening here? Motherfucker, that's weird. What? I'm doing something really weird right now and I don't get it. Hold on. Am I supposed to push that in? What the? Just trying to work out what Lego are telling me to do. It's already got a bit complicated. Why does everything have to be so complicated? That doesn't make sense. Yeah, I don't buy it. I don't really buy it. But it's not really telling me how to do this. I think I've gone too far, as usual. Sorry, everybody. I always go too far there. There we go. That's probably right. That's probably right. Because now... No, it still doesn't turn around. What? That's never going to turn round. Okay. I think I do push it all the way in. Right, 1 second. Just trying to figure out what's happening here. It's not really clear. I did get it right, didn't I? I must have got it right the first time. If they wanted me to get it right up tight, then they should have said. They should have said it explicitly. They should have said explicitly, yeah, you should be pushing this right up. It's not clear. I think that's it. No, is that putting stress on it? That is putting stress on it. There's no way that's right. That's putting stress on it. Okay. Gonna pull it back again. Okay. This is a really, really weird bit of Lego, and I don't like it. It's not clear what's happening here at all. Hopefully everything will become more clear. It's just this thing. I don't know, like, I've just been trying to figure out what's going on there. Can you see that thing's right flush against the cogs? Sorry about the jitteriness, it does that sometimes. No, man. Anyway, it's a good one now. It's a good one, Errol. Thank you. Herskuk. All cops are good bastards. Even is still all cops bastards, even if he's well hung. Chocolate is totally addictive, says Aurelia, and definitely comes with mind-altering effects. It's just that chocolate pokes some nice happy chemicals. Well, so does other things, Aurelia, so does other things. Although on the other hand, chocolate's never made me suicidal. So that's a point in its favour. Honestly, point in its favour. Thank you, Aurelia. I know, thank you. No orange in the chocolate, but that's fine. No, not 70% caca. That would be bad. It tasted pretty good to me. Anyway, hello, the Anna Christie. How you doing? No, the Anna. Yeah, that was right. The Anna Christie. I get it. Yeah, I just can't say it. Sorry, didn't realise I wasn't following on this account. Apparently not. I don't know. Big mistake. But you're doing it now, and that's the main thing. And it's, Storage likes your name too. Everyone likes your name. Everyone really likes your name. I've been here before as a New York Stock Exchange. But I've stepped away from that team mostly. I've been focusing on my own channel. Cool. I hope it's going well. Let me just drop you a little follow. Boink. See how that's going next time. Studio says, just go with Battlestar Galactica swear word. Frack. Yeah, frack. Everyone was frack, wasn't it? Yeah, frack. I'd forgotten about frack. I also thought it was a bit rubbish. It's like, yes, but also it's a bit rubbish, isn't it? I don't know. It's gonna be difficult, this, but I'm determined to give it a go. I want to become more family friendly. For the money. It's literally just for the money. That's all I want. Money, money, money. And also for the credibility. Actually, it's not just for the money. It's also for the credibility. It's true. Okay, what's going on here? What the hell? Okay, there you go. It's still weird that's still weird, and I'm not entirely happy with it. It's weird. Okay, whatever. It's very weird. It's very weird that. Just very weird. Okay. Some technique here. It's like a very dense cluster of Technic Lego. And Technic's a bit tricky at the best of times. Rex says, things will be different with Meja throwing like the OG Magic Roundabout narrator. The Zebedee fucked right on. Yeah, the OG Magic Roundabout narrator. Can we get a clip of that, please? Can we get a clip of the Magic Roundabout? I would really appreciate that. I think everyone would. We need to see the Magic Roundabout. Gosh, that's going to bring it back. It's going to bring it all the way back if we watch that, I think, for a lot of us. Right, so I've made this little technique-y thing, and now I'm going to put it in. Put it right here. Done. Ooh. That goes in there. Did I just... No. All right. Cool, so that's in. Now, I missed something. Shit, I've missed something. What did I miss? I missed this bit. Alright, there we go. Yeah, that's it. That's done now. No, what the? Yeah, no, that is right. That is right. I did it right. Good. Sorry, a bit of concentration is happening, and that's not like me having to concentrate on Lego, but I am actually having to concentrate a little bit on this Lego. I do apologise. Storage. Oh no, gonna have to clean up the random clips, or make a set selection that you want to play every time. We are, aren't we? We're gonna have to clean up the bloody clips as well. Oh, this is a nightmare of epic proportions, but we have to do it. We have to clean up the clips. That's what we gotta do. Or just delete them all. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. No. Anna Kirsty is happy to be back. I've been picking up a few random minifigs since. There's that esports player with pink hair I had to buy, so I got her. The Muscle Mommy and the Vampire Knight from that set, and a Harley Quinn. You've been busy. Aurelia, I wish we could, and yet I would not use that amount of money on one house unless I had I know how much this house is. It's ridiculous. It's not, and I actually wouldn't buy it, and neither would Aurelia. Even if we had the money, we wouldn't buy it. We've decided. We had a little family meeting, and we decided not to buy the house. Slofty says, what I have learned today is that Norwegians can't sweat properly. Yes, which is weird because they're so active. They're such active people. And you're right, I don't think they can sweat properly. So they kind of, I don't know, it's just a weird physiological effect. Oh, you mean swear? I'm so disappointed by this correction, me too. I just wanted to run with that one. They can probably sweat just fine when the temperature gets too hot, like above 15 degrees. Yeah, that's really hot though, isn't it? 15 degrees? Jesus. I hope it doesn't get that hot. Because, the things with global warming is it may get that hot in Norway. And I don't know what we're going to do at that point. It's going to be dangerous times. Speaking of dangerous times, we watched Civil War last night, didn't we? Not last night, night before. We watched Civil War. It was really good. I really enjoyed that film, Civil War. Get yourself over to the Civil War showings, everybody. It's really good. It's not what I thought. I thought it was going to be like a disaster film. Like a bit cheesy, a little bit Roland Emmerich, kind of, just nonsense. But actually it wasn't at all. It was a proper war film and it was tip top. Watch Civil War, everyone. It's really good. That's my tip of the week. That's my Meja's film tip of the week. It's really good. Civil War. So, quite powerful stuff, honestly. Quite emotive and, compelling and, it's scary. It's good. Oh, thank you for this follow, Skylark Swift. Very much appreciated. You came in just at the right time because I've just finished bag number 2 of the Concorde. The Concorde is just a big white thing. It's big and white, but I've got some cool things happening. Concorde. Oh, I'm loving it. It's awesome. And it says something about it. It says, hold on, let me move my mic. These fairings under the Concorde's iconic delta wing contain the actuators that control the aircraft's elevons. Elevons? Not 12s? I don't know. Apparently there's 11 of them. Elevons. Sounds very French, actually. I don't know what it means. Yeah, redeem pops and pills. MJ, I thought I was mostly English, then my life improved when I found out I'm mostly Celtic and just a little bit queer. Oh, can they test that too? Is that so? You do like a 23andMe or whatever, an ancestry or like a genetic test thing, and it says, "Oh my God, you're so fucking gay. You are 95% gay." That's really amazing what science can do nowadays, isn't it? Thing is, I'd send off my results and it'd be like, well, you're 100% English and you're like 0% gay, and I'd be like, no, what the, because nothing ever bloody works with me. None of these tests ever work. I'm like an alien. It's weird. I very cleverly put 3 to the side and then forgot about it. Like a very clever person would. The Schitt's Creek Feed Mommy baby shower game clip would match beautifully with that. I don't know what the Feed Mommy baby shower clip is. I do know Schitt's Creek though. It's quite good, isn't it? Yeah, so I'm really behind on. Am I really behind on chat? Apparently millions of people bought that Teletubbies thing. It's just ridiculous. Isn't it just the theme tune stretched out for 3 minutes? Yes, it is. Nemo says, I can't listen to this. Apparently I've lost everyone. No one's watching my stream anymore because I put the Teletubbies music on. And this is entirely your fault, Storage, as usual. Errol says, you should definitely listen to Nordlendingen or Waschmaschinen. Basically a northern dude working on his washing machine and getting increasingly frustrated. What? Why? What? Is that them knocking?
Yep.
Fuck shit. Oops, I mean fiddlesticks and oh darn. I'm gonna have to go on a little break now because apparently we've got visitors who want to look around the apartment. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Goodbye. I can just make Aurelia explode whenever I want. Okay, I know what to do. What I need to do, figure it out. I'm gonna go to my web. Oh my god! That took me by surprise. Probably a good thing. I think that's a good thing. I'm glad that I don't have any viewers who. But on the other hand, anyone who's self-aware enough to know that they're horrible, but there's something to be said for that at least, because most people wouldn't say that. And you know, people who are horrible, like they're often the least self-aware kinds of people that there are, isn't there? Aren't they? It like the first part of that sentence is a winner, and then whatever you add on to the end is like it's fine. I mean, it's gonna work. It doesn't matter because you've got Transco with good cleavage doing something, you know, whatever. It's like, and that's my plan as well. It's gonna be Transco with good cleavage, making Lego or whatever, or chatting. It's a winning formula. I know it is because I've seen. And also, you know, maybe I'll get something wrong, and you know, then you can try and correct me, and then I'll block you. Disabled wheelchair user. We got some people dancing and doing some karaoke actually. And I don't know what this is. Oh, it's an arcade machine. Some arcade machines as well. Fantastic. You know what, my girls would love that. My girls would love that set. Oh, it looks really nice from the outside as well. It's quite nicely designed now. Oh my god. Right, okay, let's just press some buttons. There it is. So they sent me to a school psych. When I told her I wanted to be a girl, but people kept hurting me, she ran an IQ test and then said I was doing fine after I scored 137. Result. Very good already, very good. Well, I'm spiritually old thanks to chronic fatigue. Oh no, spiritually old. ADD has a hereditary component. I thought it might do. Yeah. I wasn't sure what you're doing. I hope you're having a really great start to your day. In New York. In New York. Oh god, my voice is going. I can't sing. That was awful. Don't make a clip of that, for fuck's sake. Oh, no, you're going to do it now. Meja, I've been driving across Norway my whole life, says Edel. Driving back and forth between Bergen and Oslo and Skien up to Bodø and to Tromsø in recent years, and pretty much everywhere in between. I've seen the stuff. I've given up. I can't be bothered. I'm just going to count. Right, we are back. Sorry about that, everybody. People looking around the apartment. Kind of pointing the fingers along things, you know, like this. Doing that face. That's what you gotta do. Do you ever go house hunting? Just run your fingers along surfaces and go. Get the price down, you know. That's a little tip for you. How about a crossover, says Dathan. I want to be a Teletubby maniac. That sounds like the worst crossover I can possibly imagine in crossover history, in the history of crossovers. So yes, let's do it.
There you go.
Thank you, Aurelia. Just got another coffee delivery. We decided to put the kettle on, seeing as we were interrupted from my professional job as a professional. You're so rudely interrupted, exactly. Nemo, no, hold on. Aurelia says, I feel like children's TV is an explanation for a lot of things. Yes. I watched the Teletubbies when I was young and it didn't do me any harm. Etc. Not the best place to return. No. Yes, what? In the Netherlands, we had cover on that song, which was politically very incorrect. You had a cover. Oh, different. Well, to be fair, Finnish really has like 5 swear words. Oh, cool. 5 swear words. Tell me. I think if I'm going to make this channel family friendly, maybe I can still swear, but just like only in different languages. Do you think Lego would catch on? Yeah, no, they probably would, wouldn't they? They probably would catch on. Storage says they had to buy it on CD and there was 15 minutes of Teletubbies on it as punishment. What? Tinky Winky used to be gender non-conforming. Mincing around with a red handbag. And then he was converted. They used conversion therapy on Tinky Winky. It's awful. It's an awful sad story. He's now entirely convinced that he's a cishet Teletubby. And he's actually a very aggressive gender critical person now, which is a sad story actually. But he's funded by the far right, so it's kind of so he does okay from it. He's got a regular podcast. Radio says the Finnish swear words, half of them mean Satan or devil. Kind of a popular refrain, isn't that in Scandinavian or in this area of the world countries? Like, I don't like, it's weird because in English, saying Satan or whatever, or hell, it's pretty tame, honestly. I don't think it's like, oh you devil, you. It sounds silly, doesn't it? That's totally what. Oh, this Lego's being devilish. Oh, to hell with this Lego. Like, that's family friendly. So literally swearing, as if I was swearing in Norwegian, but doing it in English would actually be okay, wouldn't it? That's sort of funny, honestly. So yeah. Anyway, Avril Lavigne. What? So after it says only two swear words I have heard are devilish, but the majority are religious. The remaining are either excrementary or anatomically. Yes. Oh you Satan's bottom. Oh you Satan's stinky bottom. There you go. That's pretty full on, isn't it? Yeah, you guys know how to swear. Whoa, fuck, I did, but I wasn't expecting Avril Lavigne. No one's expecting Avril Lavigne. Slofted, let's play a game. Which one is a Finnish swear word? Let's play it. Right. Perkele or Pagana? Oh, I don't know. What's the... Should we do a poll or what should we do? No, let's just figure it out. Perkele or Pagana? I think it's Perkele. Sounds a bit more rude. I don't know. You already know it. How do you know it? Already knows it. Oh my god, no, I don't know it. Story Girl says, oh, welcome in. Yes, nice to see another like-minded person. And then we got Slafted saying, Paska Ruska. Are you swearing? Are you swearing right now? I don't know. Am I being sworn at? I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether to be offended or not, honestly. I mean, I probably should be, just in case. Okay, Errol knows as well. Errol knows the swear. I know no Finnish. I have no Finnish. Thousand says, Meja, not only do your streams bring joy, but they make scrubbing the carpet covered in cat sick so much easier to deal with. These are the power of my streams. Power of my streams. I should put that as like an endorsement. Can we have like that as an endorsement on my website that I don't have? But can I quote you? Can I quote you, Ashlyn? I really want to quote you on that one because that's just a powerful quote. I think that will bring people. That will bring people in the droves. Honestly. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I know, cleaning up the cliffs will be a bit of work, won't it? Don't confuse a country with Pont Andrew. I don't know what that's. I don't know what. Yeah, it was good though, wasn't it? Civil War was really good. Oh, Prince and yeah, but I still don't understand. Storage says, I found an early 90s dude trying to be the Prodigy with a rave version of the Magic Roundabout. I want to see it. You can't just tell me this. And I think we all want to see that. Can we see it, please? I want to see it. Don't make me beg. Hey, Skylark Swift. Yeah, nice to see you. How you doing? I'm just catching up with chat because as usual I'm quite behind. Well, a little bit behind, not massively. It's looking rather like a plug extension strip. It is. It's a plug extension strip. That's actually what I'm building in Lego form. It works. It's actually fully functional as well. I don't know. Maybe. That's an idea. That could be my next project. Because I could do with a couple of extra ones of those, honestly. So that could be my next project. I'll make a fully functional, extremely dangerous plug extension strip. Instructions available to buy. 18 plus. No, not 18 plus. Suitable for children. That's what I'm going to build. Right, what am I doing here? Oh, shit, that's terrible. Bit of concentrations. That big bit went on then, so. Very good indeed. And then we turn it over. And then we do more nonsense with Technic. What? It comes back out again. Well, nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense anymore. Why? But why? Why did I do that in the first place? What? Okay. Then you take that out again. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Jeff says, I've got to run. Being thrown out of the library. Have a great stream. Have a great rest of your evening. I've seen where you're staying. It's a beautiful area of the world. Beautiful. Very idyllic, I think. Ashlyn says, oh God, if Fox News picks that up, they will run the headline, trans person confirms they are all aliens. Yeah, we can't. Sorry, I let that out, but it's true. I actually am an alien. That's the thing. But that doesn't mean that all trans people are aliens. Just me. It's just me. It's okay. Story 12. There goes the family friendly tag. Thanks, Batman's nipples. Okay. Is there a clip of Batman's nipples? Oh my God. That's probably the worst thing that you can see on the internet, isn't it? And we've been there. We've been to some dark places, you and I. I'm glad I didn't go on my own. I'm glad I took my friends. Slafted says, I gotta go. Have to close the circles. You gotta close the circles, that's true. If you don't close your circles, then what are you even doing with your life? I'm glad you got priorities. Closing circles on your Apple Watch. Have a great workout or whatever you're doing. Oh, and Errol says, I mean, that bit wouldn't be too bad. Can I ask them to take me on a space ride? I'll ask my guys if they want to take you, but honestly, I don't think they'll want to. on it. So they do it, but then they just like, you know, they just anal probe you. They like to do a lot of anal probing, Errol. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. If they do decide to take you, you're gonna get anal probed, okay? So I take it you definitely want to go. It's like that you're gonna double down now. You're gonna be like, well, I'm doubly in. I wasn't sure before, but now I'm definitely up for it. Already says 5 swear words. Tell me more. Tell me more. 5 swear words. I need to know what the 5 swear words are. But did he go? Did he say that and then just fucked off? Oh my god, that's cruel. That is so cruel. Oh, I'm getting mixed up with who's here and who's not. Also, I'm gonna need my own Aurelia. I need someone to bring me drinks. Oh yeah, no, she's great. So she brings drinks and then she also takes drinks away. She's the most amazing flatmate you could possibly have, actually. Concorde contains 19 miles of wiring, which is 30.6 kilometers. We opted for several feet of Lego bricks. Several feet or meters. Now hold on, which one? Because you could have several feet, but you couldn't necessarily have several meters. Or Lego, you're confusing me. Can you see that? It's not clear. That's not clear. Concorde contains 19 miles of wiring. We opted for several feet in brackets meters of Lego bricks. But that doesn't mean you could have several meters of Lego bricks even though you got several feet, because meters are smaller than feet. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Right, Aurelia's having that. Fuck, I keep pressing the wrong button. Sorry. Storage. Don't buy Tinky Winky's protein powder. It's just dehydrated tubby custard. Still high in protein, isn't it? That's still like, it's kind of, you know, it's not really false advertising. A lot of people like that kind of stuff, Storage. Ariel says, yes, I would have to settle for a bad imposter. Yeah, you can't have an Aurelia. You get like a weird, it'd be like a mirror universe. You get a mirror universe Aurelia. It wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be a good time for anyone. What's happening here? This is quite good. I'm doing stuff and I'm quite enjoying it. It's quite good Lego, this. I should appreciate the Lego. I should take a few moments to just appreciate this Lego, because it is bloody good. There's some really good. Oh yeah, I really like that bit. The bit I just did then, that was really good actually. That was really nice. Gosh, Lego's good. Isn't it good, Lego? I mean, I sometimes take the piss out of it, but it's really bloody good actually. Wow. Starting to get a little bit of a Lego-gasm, honestly. It's building. I can feel it building. Oh no, am I not even going to be able to say Lego-gasm on my family-friendly version of this stream? Fuck, I'm not, am I? Motherfucker. I'm not even going to be able to Lego-gasm. Well, that's just like reality, isn't it? Maybe I can learn another way. So wrong. So wrong. I feel like no one can ever be the prodigy. No one can ever be the prodigy. Apart from the prodigy. Because the prodigy were the prodigy, weren't they? Charlie says, no one can be the prodigy, not even the prodigy, says Errol. The latest offerings are not nearly as good. Oh, are they still going? I didn't actually even know that they were still going. No, they can't. No, the prodigy can't be the prodigy. Not anymore. The prodigy don't really exist anymore. It's, oh, what's that ship? What's that ship that doesn't, like, you know, you change all the parts and is it the same ship? It's like the answer, and the answer is no, it's not really, is it? That ship, you know the ship? It's a Greek ship. Whoa, that was cool. Bloody hell. That was really cool, that bit. I don't know why I did it, but it's really cool. God, I don't get it at all. Do you know that ship? It's not Sisyphus's ship. He didn't have one. It's a different one. Already, I mean, it has been about 30 years. Of course they lose their edge. Different people, aren't they? Ship of something. Laura, hello, how you doing? I'm just trying to remember basic things. Storage, oh no, storage. I didn't link it because it's absolute doggy poops. Absolute poops. But as ever, I'm willing to tank the stream. As ever. Thank you for willing to tank the stream. This is Mark Summers Magic. It's from 1990 and it's something about a magic roundabout. We're going to watch it, but also if it is rubbish, it's Storage Heater's fault as usual.
It's that man again. Despite his meandering maneuverability, his strategical susceptibility, his infantile indefatigability, and his tendency towards tactical stupidity, he still remains.
And the bachelor's sound of music. And the bachelor's sound of music.
Are you sitting comfortably? Then we'll begin.
Quite good actually. I mean, it's
Come on, once more. 5, 6, 2, 8.
okay. That's it. It was good though. I mean, I'm stopping it because, because it was also rubbish, but I quite enjoyed it. Like it was rubbish, but I enjoyed it a little bit. So that's so well done. Things are looking up. You're getting there, Storage. Eventually, maybe you'll link something that everyone can actually enjoy. I don't know. It's possible. Anything's possible, honestly. Given a long enough time frame. Oh God, what's going on? It's goddamn wire. Literally, it's pulling me down. I'm getting pulled down under the table from the weight of this 7-meter wire. Okay, now that goes like that. And then like that. Cool. Okay, there's interesting things happening. There are interesting things happening. Anyway, Laura, hope that didn't put you off. Storage Heater's link. Storage Heater does have a habit of putting people off, but hopefully not this time. We got a Dread Pirate. Hello, how are you doing, Dread Pirate? Hi, me mateys. Hope you're doing well. Says, I think it is mostly part of at least one of them not being alive anymore. Oh, that's true. And it's the ship of... No, it's still gone. God damn it. And that would change the group. It would indeed. Yeah, Keith Flint. He was kind of an important one as well, wasn't he? Keith Flint died. He died. How did he die? Did he, no, I don't want to know. Don't tell me. I don't want to know. I think I can guess. Aurelia says, okay, I might not want to taking drinks away, Aurelia. Only a bringing drinks. Only a bringing drinks to me, Aurelia. And as for the anal probing, I can deal with that for a trip to space. The lengths you'll go to, Errol, to get an anal probing, honestly, it's impressive. There are easier ways, though. I just want to let you know that. Well, God, I mean, you just have more severals of feet. What? Have more severals of feet. You're right, for the same amount of several meters. Since several is undefined, it's not a false statement. It is false. It is a false statement. Because several, I don't like it. It's ambiguous, and I don't like it. It hurts my brain. And I don't like things that hurt my brain. Do 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 do, like that music. Do 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 do. That's hurting my brain. Dandy Lee, hey, how you doing? Hey, little kid, what you got breaking? I can't believe you just said that. Oh my God, it's like the Fonz is here. The Fonz has arrived in chat, everybody. I'm doing okay, and it's fun. This is the Concorde. We're building the Concorde. This is the Concorde as it stands currently. It's like a slice. It's like a slice of Concordeness. Concorde goodness. Oof. Yeah, that'd tank it completely, he says already. I never really kept up with him. Yeah, keep tiny. I mean, I only take some drinks away, only when needed. Yeah, she doesn't just randomly take drinks away. Errol, just to clarify, she only takes the, like, I did ask, I asked for it specifically. And she did. She helped me. It was good. Errol says, honestly, this family-friendly channel sounds duller and duller. I know. I don't know why I do know why I'm doing it. It's for the large quantities of money. That's why I'm doing it. For the huge quantities of hard cash. Not soft cash. Hard cash. Because I like it hard. Cash. I like cash hard. Theseus, thank you, Storage. Theseus. If you hadn't told me that, I would have woken up at like 3 o'clock in the morning tonight, and I would have been like, Theseus! And it would have been painful. But you saved me the bother. It's the ship of Theseus. Thank you. Is the prodigy a good example of the ship of Theseus? The answer is yes. I think all things are. It's like, where'd you draw the line? It's like, were you the same person today as you were yesterday? And the answer is no. No, that person died. Every time you go to bed and every time you go to sleep, you actually die. And then you wake up with the same memories. But what the fuck is going on here? This is another one of those things that don't stay on, isn't it? Because this doesn't have massive orange things. I know what a Concorde looks like, and it doesn't look like this. Let me tell you. Okay, I'm just putting big old orange things on my wings now. This is very strange, but that's what I'm doing. This is not gonna stay. And we're on to bag 4. Amazing. It's going quite well. Yeah. So yeah, just don't be scared. Like it's every night. That's what happens every night. Aurelia says, I watched a documentary about the prodigy once upon a time. Yes, the ship of Theseus and the Theseus paradox. It's a good one. I like the ship of Theseus one. It's the funicular of Sisyphus. What the hell is that? I don't know what that is. What's a funicular? Oh, it's like a cable car, isn't it? It's like a cable car thing. Yeah, where you go up the mountain. That would make it a lot easier for Sisyphus, honestly, if it was a funicular. Poor old Sisyphus, no such luck. I mean, to be fair, Theseus' paradox is a philosophy thing. That's very fair, because that's what it is. Alright, yeah, okay. So, did we get some throwback? Did you get the feels? Did you get the retro feels there, Rex? Aurelia says, this is somehow so bad it swings back to being entertaining. At least it isn't Meat Boy. At least it's not Meat Boy. That's true. Although I thought Meat Boy was sort of funny. I did quite enjoy Meat Boy in my own special way. But I don't want to watch it again. Okay, I see. So now I turn this round. I guess. That's... No. No, I don't. I don't stand. I just stand it up. I stand it up. Okay. This isn't the worst thing we've had on this channel. Not by a long shot. Still bad, but not the worst thing. Not even close. Pretty boppy, wasn't it, Stoic? I thought it was entertaining in its own special way. Storage, I can't believe how well it went over. It made me sound happy to hear any of it. Did you not? Did you not enjoy it, Storage? And then you wanted to inflict your misery on the rest of us. It's extremely mean-spirited, I've got to say. Extremely mean-spirited. So what I thought I'd do is I thought I'd read a bit more of the book. The book. After this bag. So this bag is bag 4. I think we'll read some of the transgender issue after this one. Which is really good. If you've not heard me read it yet, well, now's your chance. And also, let me just tell you, it's really good. Really good. Ooh, that was cool as well. That was really good. Speaking of really good, this is really good. God, what's going on? Aurelia says, hey Meja, should we get the finance EDM track? Should we get the finance EDM track? Oh, yeah, what? I'm looking for a man in finance. Was it? I'm looking for a man in finance. Trust fund. 6'5", blue eyes. It's that, yeah? Is it that one? We've just grown used to horribleness, and this wasn't it. This wasn't it. We're such hardened, thick-skinned people now. I mean, people stretching, isn't it? That we were human once, but we've had to watch so many grotesque music videos that I'm not sure we can truly call ourselves. You know, I don't know. It's affected me deeply now. It's infested me, infested my psyche. Mostly that Hulkamania one. Oh God. I wish I could be the same person, but the ship of Theseus, it's just got me. It's just rammed me. I've gone overboard. I'm really mixing my metaphors here, and it doesn't even make sense, but you know what I mean. Story says, apparently it was featured in some Simon Pegg things, Spaced and World's End. That silly video that you just sent us. That doesn't make it right, though, does it? It doesn't make it right. Bianca, Can I just call you Christy? Because it's really hard to say your name. I don't know where to start. With your username, I don't know where to start, where it would make sense. So I'm just going to call you Christy because it hurts otherwise. It hurts my little brain. Belated thanks for the follow. No problem. Sorry, lurking and working. No problem at all. Speaking of 3 a.m. night. Yeah, good night, Rex. Have a good sleep. You don't remember the Concorde having big orange float planes for water landings? I don't remember that bit. It's a bit hazy. This was in the 90s, 80s, 90s. Gonna go with 80s. Gonna go with 80s and 90s. When did they stop? When did the Concorde blow up? And they stopped, and they were like, actually, that was a terrible idea. Let's not do that anymore. I mean, it wasn't the Concorde was a brilliant idea, but it's all in the execution, isn't it? And I just feel instead of being like, okay, so it's got a bit of an issue, but probably we'll fix it. I think we can fix it. Not a problem, we'll fix it. Instead of doing that, they're just like, nah, fuck it. That's it. Scrap it. It's like Germany, it's like Germany. And when Fukushima and Germany were like, right, no more nuclear power. Nope, it's a bad idea. We're not going to do it. It's like, okay, well, let's go to green. No, we're going to coal. We're going to go to coal energy. Yeah, coal. That's a good idea. It's like, okay, sorry, this is, I'm out. It's ridiculous. It's like, just because something blown up, just because it blew up a bit, it doesn't mean it's a terrible idea. It just blew up a little bit. Right, let's get this one. What's this?
I'm looking for a man in finance.
Yeah, let's watch this. This is fun. Is this one of the dance mixes? Yeah, it is. It's one of the dance mixes. This is quite fun, actually. I'm going to watch this one. I'm looking for a man in finance. 6'5". No, hold on. Oop. I'm looking for a man in finance. Trust fund. 6'5". Blue eyes. And I was thinking, it's awful, right? But I was also thinking, this could be funnier.
I'm looking for a man in finance with trust fund. 6'5", blue eyes.
Okay, wait.
Blaz.
Why did you kill this? We gotta go ahead and make something.
Blaz.
I'm looking for a man in finance with trust fund.
It's only right to make this as ravey as possible.
I'm looking for a man in finance with trust fund. 6'5", blue eyes. Finance, trust fund. 6'5", blue eyes. Looking for a man in finance, trust fund. 6'5", blue eyes.
Yeah, it's good that. It's pretty good. Oop, go away. Don't open TikTok. Ooh. I'm just looking for a man who's got 2 eyes. Chat scene. Is that too much to ask? 2 eyes? I don't want to have notifications. A funicular is a cable car running on rails. Not in the air. It's not in the air. Oh, I see. Like a Fløbanen here in Bergen, which is probably at least Norway's most famous funicular. Okay, thank you. Funicular is a cogwheel rail specifically, but yes, many have cable runs in parts as well. So now we know what funiculars are, and this is the one in Bergen. That's a beautiful image. And I've been on this one. A little while ago now. Went to the top, had a little walk around, sprained my ankle, and then had to go to the doctor's area. Like, there was a medical bit, and they gave me some. Like, I really properly sprained it. I was in agony, and I couldn't walk for the next week or something. So they gave me some emergency ice pack, cold pack that went cold. I don't know what it was. That's my Bergen funicular story. It's exciting. It's typical. That's what happens to me when I do things. I hurt myself. Wild card says, I was at the bank on Tuesday. Does that count as being in finance? No. Story gods, if only a few more people were thick-skinned. Very good. Can't get closer to finance than that. Yeah, you can. You can get closer to finance. You can have a bath in money. That's what I think. That's what she wants. I don't know what she wants actually. I think she just wants to be. I think she just wants to go viral. And I suppose she did. She got what she wanted. I wonder if she actually got the man in finance though as well. Honestly, I don't want a man in finance. I actually don't want a man in finance. I think they'd probably be, I don't know, I think they'd probably be not the kind of person that I would want to be with. You know? Is that just me? Am I just being weird? I just feel like anyone who's in finance probably thinks that money's really important. More important than other things. And I'm not of that opinion, honestly. I understand the importance of money, don't get me wrong. It's important to live. But it's not the end. It's like, it's what you do with the money. The point isn't to collect lots of money. The point is to spend lots of money. And that's what I'm really good at doing. It's called the Red Riding Hood. That's that's the name of the train. Edo says, and Elle says no, actually they're not called. They're called Pearl and Brusa, which is the mascots for soda drink made by Hansa. So it's not called the Red Riding Hood. Oh, okay. It does say Röd, it says Röd Hette on it. It does say Röd Hette on the train that you just sent a photo of. We were all Ship of Theseus by Hulk Hogan. We were never the same again, were we, after that? So there's the answer. Concorde was officially retired on November 26th, 2003. So it was just in the early 2000s, very early 2000s. We got some more Concorde facts coming up on the instructions. More Concorde facts. Let's have them. What are they now? They are. Concorde had a tricycle landing gear configuration. The mechanism you're now building will trigger the main landing gear situated in the middle of the delta wing. So Concorde has a tricycle. No, what just happened? Something bad just happened, and it's just scrolled me. Hold on, here we go. Right. Yeah, we're back here. Okay, cool. So this is sort of exciting because I played with this. I've actually played with the Concorde in the shop. It's very cool indeed. And yeah, it all works. And it all works really in a really cool way. I don't know how it works. I'm going to build it now, and I'm still not sure that's going to answer all my questions, to be honest, but I'm going to build it. And you can watch too. We'll find out how this landing gear works. Maybe. Concorde started in 1969 and ended first public flight in 76, last in 2003. So when it was going for quite a while, wasn't it? It was going for quite a while. What a great plane it was. Honestly, it was a super duper piece of technology. I wish things got better instead of worse, but it just feels like
This is the bad place.
Feels like this is the bad place. Exactly. But also, I'm not in the building scene, thank you. That's the building scene. I forgot. I still can't fathom they made that plane in 69. They made all sorts of cool things in the 60s, didn't they? It's like they did the moon landings. They made Concorde. That's when Mad Men was set. I don't know. Other things probably. There was other things they did, I suspect. Vietnam War, that was pretty fucking... Oh no, hold on, that was awful. No, they didn't. That wasn't a cool bit. What else happened in the 60s? My parents met. Story says, it's very can I get a box? Can I get a box? Which ironically adore. What's can I get a box? I don't know what that is, Storage. What's can I get a box? I'm gonna regret asking this, aren't I? This is bait. I can see what you're doing. You're just baiting me. But I'm gonna take the bait like a master. Go on. What is it then? Go on. The early 2000s techno of it all. I want to hear it in 1990s Prodigy Wannabe Sample Sludge. This bit is brilliant, the finance thing. You've seen that bit, yeah? It's good now, the finance, yeah. He understood the assignment no one handed out. He understood, yeah, no one gave him that assignment. Sometimes you just got to make your own assignments. That's the thing, though, Aurelia. This is what we need to understand. Sometimes no one's going to give you assignments. You've just got to give yourself assignments. And then, you know, knock them out of the park. That's what I do. Wildcard says, it's impressive. But honestly, the aircraft feat I find more mind-blowing is that there will almost certainly be 100-year-old B-52 bombers still flying in a few decades. Just 100-year-old airframes is mind-blowing to me. That is ridiculous, isn't it? Metal, isn't it? It's metal lasts a long time now. I know, is that what it is? They made a plastic, it had probably gone a bit wonky by now, but they made a metal. It's amazing. Striker! I mean, the lead and the lead and the metals, hi-hats, make it techno, according to the sources I've read on the differences. But dance, electronic dance music, is a broad category that blurs lines with a lot of others. A cat made entirely of urines here. Hello? What's wrong with dolphins? I mean, don't get me wrong, I prefer sharks, but I don't hate them. You don't hate dolphins? Well, let me tell you what's wrong. No, I don't even need to tell you what's wrong with dolphins. Chad, tell this cat that's made entirely out of urine what is wrong with dolphins. I've done it many times, and honestly, I'm traumatized by the whole experience. Let's give our cat the lowdown. That was wrong. I did that wrong. Let's put that right. See, that's the great thing about having chat. I can just delegate. I can delegate the shitty jobs. I don't need to do it all myself. In fact, I can only do the good things, like build Lego. This is the new way I'm going to do things from now on. And Aurelia did. Dolphins are vile. They rape and bully other sea life. They are one of the few animals in the animal kingdom and queendom that are like full-on rapey, like full-on rapists. The other one, of course, the other main one. Can you guess? Okay. Ooh, what? Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Look at this. This is... Whoa! That's... Whoa. Whoa! I don't know what I just did, but it's whoa. That's cool. Whoa. I don't know. It's cool. I think it's pretty cool. Not sure yet, really. It's definitely something. It's pretty good. The gender criticals of the ocean. That's what they are. That's the new name for dolphins. I like it. Gender criticals. Yeah. They don't understand. They are vile and they don't understand boundaries, and they are living in a phantasm They think it's perfectly okay to be absolutely disgraceful to other sea creatures. And all the other sea creatures are looking at it and thinking, what the fuck is going on with those dolphins? And the dolphins are like, they deserve it. What we're doing is correct. We're just telling the truth. And raping. Welcome back, Stuff Dude. Storage also raises a very good point. Dolphins commit more tax fraud than any other sea life centre resident. It's true. They just have no morals. You know, that's the thing about dolphins. They just like they know what they do is wrong, but they don't care. And that includes filling in the taxes. It says, yeah, I know. It says the word head on the train, which is Red Riding Hood, Danish Norwegian name. It is. That's what it is. So then Ariel argues back. We've got a fight going on in the channel. Yeah, sorry, I mixed it with Ulriksbanen earlier. You are right. The Fleurbanen ones are called the Redhetten Blåman. The Ulriksbanen ones are called Pelle and Brisse. You're bad. You are bad. You're very, very bad, Ariel. Ariel says, well, Kennedy and Malcolm X were shot in the 60s, but we also had Woodstock. Okay, Storage has got something. And also, Mace Windex is here. Hello, Mace Windex. First time chat for Mace Windex. Oh my god, the Concorde. That set is so fun. It's pretty good. Like, I've not far through it. I've just literally started it this stream. I don't remember the orange bits on the bottom, honestly. I don't remember that bit on the actual plane. But never mind. It's just my memory going. Just starting on the landing gear now. It's like, things are happening. I'm not sure what, but things are happening. Anyway, welcome to the stream. Hope you're very well. Storage. Right, but welcome to the stream. And now you're probably going to leave the stream because we're going to play a link from Storage Heater. And usually when we do these things...
Oh my god, the kale salad was so...
When we do these kinds of things, people often have quite strong reactions. You may, like, try and be sat down. Try and have like a bucket ready or something in case you do have in case you feel like vomiting. We're gonna watch this.
Oh my god, the kale salad was so good. That flatbread was so good. That quinoa pilaf was so good.
So
I
good.
can't eat anymore. Where's our waitress? Excuse me. Can I get a box? Can I get a box?
No goodness.
Can I get a box? Can I get a box?
Oh my god.
Can I get a container? For my ranch? So I can put it in my box? Thank you. Can I get a container?
Oh.
For my ranch? So I can put it in my box? Can I get a box? One more thing. We're gonna be bad. Can we get some dessert to go? Can I get a box?
This is really fucking amazing. Oh, Jesus Christ. Wow. That was spectacular. Storage Heater, you have outdone yourself. You have truly outdone yourself. That was something, wasn't it? That was definitely something that I watched then. I watched something. Wow. So yeah, Mace, I doubt that you're still with us, but if you are, congratulations. This is Trans Breaks. Welcome to the channel. Oh, Jesus Christ, Storage. Jesus fucking Christ. We're trying to get our swearing out of the way, because I'm not going to swear from now on. Well, from the next stream on. Can I get it box? Make sure those are aligned, says Mace Windex. Yeah, I gotta make sure things are aligned. I know. God, I gotta make sure things are aligned. I don't know. Yeah, I think things pretty much seem aligned to me. I don't know. I don't know. Probably. But you know, the thing is, if it's not aligned, yeah, it'll be alright. It'll be fine. Probably be fine, I think. It doesn't matter. I just like to build freeform, you know. I just like to do my own thing, you know. If it, I might turn it into 747. Yeah, the other big animals to be rapey are humans. Of course they are already. Are these the landing gear mechs? This is the landing gear mechanisms. It is. It's really cool. There are some other rapey mammals too. You know what? I'm not sure I want to know all about all the rapey mammals. Do we have to list them? Like I don't feel the need, honestly. I don't feel the need. I'm sure there are. I don't doubt it. But also I don't feel the need. Let's not. Let's just not. Can I get a box? Oh, get in there. Okay. So this is the other side of the landing gear. That's a hair. So let me just get this on. It's very important I get this aligned, apparently. Hold on, let me show you. Gotta get this aligned. Ooh. I mean, that looks okay. I don't know. It's very sensitive. It's very sensitive. Like a small amount of movement here translates into a lot of movement here. That's for sure. But I think it's good. Seems pretty good. Yeah. It's pretty good. It's a bit loose. Hoping that it's gonna resolve itself. We're on to bag 5, but we're not actually, are we? Because I'm gonna read some of my book now. We're gonna read the book. We'll just put this over here. It's really cool. Really, really cool. I'm enjoying it quite a lot already. So, we are going to we're going to read. I mean, you can watch me read, but I guess, fuck, I guess we are basically going to read. Sorry for the intense agony that I'm currently experiencing. I just had my left breast removed yesterday. And it's a bit owie, as my daughters might say. It's a bit hour. Right, Softy, it says, there are some other rapey mammals too. Awesome. Damn, I didn't know of any animals that are rapey across the species barrier on purpose. Yeah, no, they totally are. They're really naughty little animals. I really like sleeper sharks. So, I don't know what a sleeper shark is, but... Ducks are disappointing too. Storage ducks. Oh my god. Ducks are super duper rapey. Super rapey. But they rape each other, don't they? Like the male ducks rape the female ducks. Otters are the worst. Are they? Skylark says otters are the worst. Which is so sad because they're so cute. They are cute, aren't they? But I didn't know they were... I didn't know that they were a bit rapey as well. Yeah, okay, Softy says dolphins aren't the only ones. There are sea lions in the Antarctic that are like doing it to penguins. Oh, Jesus Christ. Errol says to Storage, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? So what is wrong with Storage? Shall we have a poll? I think this can be our first poll. The poll is what is wrong with Storage? Storage, you should set this poll up yourself. Yeah, if you like. The question is, what is wrong with storage? I mean, you know, pick, have a, you know, fill your boots. What's wrong with storage? So many possibilities here. I think, and I think the only person that can set up that poll is storage. I don't think it would be right for anyone else to kind of do it, right? My God, Mace is still with us. Oh my goodness, you've got some sticking power. I salute you, sir. I think we're going to need to revoke Storage's posting links rights. I really liked it. By the way, do you have a box? A box? Do you have a box? Now that's New York, isn't it? I don't know. She's more like box. Do you have a box? I don't know. Slotted, do I have to redeem the bad place for the third time today? Probably. Whoa, was I in the bad place? Probably. But then I wasn't. One of the rapey animals... Let's not talk more about rapey animals. Come on, guys. One of the rapey animals I know of makes me sad, both because of the why and which ones. Male otters keep their young hostage to make their mates do services for them. That's just, I don't know what that is. Story says, you're making me organize my own bullying for myself now. This is a new low. This is your penance. Storage. And I think on some kind of level, some deep level, you actually sort of enjoy it. I was a big fan. Oh, don't worry, Errol, you're next. I'm gonna just, you know what, I think I might just do a little wee. I think I'm just gonna go for a little wee, a little family-friendly wee. So I'm just gonna go for a little, because there's an ad break anyway, right? So I'm gonna go for a little family-friendly wee, and I'll be back when I've finished, basically. I won't come back before I've finished. That's a promise to you. And then we're gonna get on the bug. Okay, see you soon. That was easy. That was an easy one. That was too easy. This is too easy now. I can just make Aurelia explode whenever I want. Oh my God, really already? Aurelia says every piece of media I watched up until a few years ago was supremely negative. Bloody hell. But they had trans women in it. So I don't know. I mean, up until a few years ago, I think it's the B-Wing. We're all in space, mate. We're all in space. Oh no. An astronaut is someone who poops outside of the atmosphere. Look, you don't know what I've done. The equivalent of, anyway, this has already been built. This is a pre-loved Lego. Aurelia's pre-loved it. That sounds worse than I wanted it to, but she has spent many hours pre-loving it for me. It's not getting any better. And so so now I've got the sloppy seconds. Sound is very important. You've got to get it right, which is why I have been making an effort to do so. But of course, it's a, ongoing process. Can I get a box? We are back, and we're going to read the transgender issue.
Oh my God, that kale salad was so good. That flatbread was so good. That quinoa pilaf was so good.
So
I can't
good.
eat anymore.
Sorry, just faffing around a little bit. Technical issues. 1 small second. Paste. There we go. Right, where's my bloody pretzel? There it is. There. That's what I wanted to do. Because whenever I... Yeah, it doesn't matter. Layla Gloss, thanks for the follow. Perfect timing. We're just about to read some of my book. I didn't write it, but I am reading it. It is mine. Like, I own it. This is a complicated sentence, isn't it? Some of the book that I own, we're going to read. It's a really good book. It's called The Transgender Issue. I keep wanting to say it's the transgender, but it's not. It's the Transgender Issue. Transgender is the latest book. Okay, I'm not sure. Not sure where I am. I think I stopped. Oh, where did I stop? Yeah, I think I stopped here. Okay. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Right, this is it. This is where we are. We're still on this first chapter, but it's really good. Right. I hope you're sitting comfortably because now we are beginning. Section 28 came into force 2 months after I was born and remained in place until I was in 6th form. Like many trans teenagers still presenting as their birth sex, I was often perceived as gay. From around the age of 11, I became a target of homophobic taunting. This persisted daily through my early teenage years. The basis for this was a cluster of various traits and mannerisms which my peers coded as feminine, from my intonation to the way I walked to my interests. When I relay these experiences now, I find that non-LGBTQ plus people assume this bullying took the form of name-calling, homophobic slurs like queer, batty boy, or faggot, and sometimes being physically intimidated or even assaulted. What people tend not to realise as instinctively was how sexualised some of this harassment was. If I was gay, the assumption was that I must be sex mad. I was publicly taunted and humiliated by being graphically told how much I wanted anal sex or to suck my cock by boys a few years older than me. On one school trip where we shared dormitories, I woke up to find a porn magazine left open on my face. When I was 13, a boy in another year grabbed my crotch through my trousers to check if I was a girl or not. I was never really beaten up, though, and things improved at school as I got older. It's a sad indictment of the widespread homophobia and transphobia in schools at the time that I actually consider myself lucky. Some of my friends and many of the trans people I've met in my work spent their school years in total misery, being terrorised daily. My own experience made me acutely aware of the complex web of shame that homophobic and transphobic bullying can instill. It was confusing to be taunted and harassed by people who had formed conclusions about my sexuality, when even I wasn't sure what my orientation was. Furthermore, I didn't feel like I could discuss the situation with anyone, either at school or at home, because doing so would have only drawn more attention to my queerness and provoked questions from adults that I didn't feel prepared or safe to answer. Though a couple of progressive-minded teachers did bring up the subject of gay people favourably in the course of PSHE lessons, they were few and far between, and there was no mention whatsoever of trans people throughout my entire education. Most teachers, whatever their personal beliefs, were silent on these matters. Worse, a minority were as prejudiced as my bullying peers. On more than one occasion, I was advised to tone it down, a victim-blaming euphemism for repressing the femininity that was attracting negative attention. When, on a school trip to London, we walked through Soho, the deputy headmaster, no less, quipped, Keep your backs against the wall here, boys." The shadow of Section 28 fell heavily. The effect of suppressing education about LGBTQ+ issues was not only to prevent LGBTQ+ children existing openly at school, but, just as perniciously, to create a culture of silence that allowed prejudice among kids and staff alike to flourish unchallenged. Queer young people, for their part, were forced to internalise a constant drip feed of humiliation. Often, like me, not wanting to speak out for fear of making a horrible situation even worse. Having to absorb such humiliation in childhood is, unsurprisingly, something associated with a range of negative mental health outcomes later in life. Section 28 must be remembered and condemned for what it was, a staggering dereliction of duty on behalf of Britain's policymakers towards the country's young people. In the decades since Section 28's repeal, there are signs that things have slowly, very, very slowly, improved for lesbian, gay and bisexual pupils. Research carried out by Stonewall has found out that since 2007, the number of lesbian, gay and bi pupils bullied because of their sexual orientation has fallen by almost a third. The number of schools who overtly condemn such bullying has nearly trebled, and homophobic remarks are far less likely to be heard in classrooms, corridors and playgrounds. There is increasing public recognition that formal education about same-sex relationships and sexual orientation in schools is necessary, although not universally. In March 2019, 21 MPs voted against LGBTQ+ inclusive guidance for relationships and sex education in English schools, while in the same month protesters held rallies against the introduction of LGBTQ+ inclusive relationships and sex education outside Parkfield Community School, a Birmingham primary school. I remember that. This growing acceptance of the need to create an inclusive school environment has not been extended so readily to trans pupils. Just as back in the 1980s the British media feared a gay agenda in schools, so in the late 2010s a similar panic was created about the idea of gender ideology infiltrating the education system. While opposition to LGBT inclusive education is now the preserve of religious conservatives and the ultra-right wing of the Tory party, resistance to teaching children about the existence of trans people occurs across the political spectrum. While media attacks on organisations providing support to families and training to schools and public bodies, particularly the charity Mermaids, are all too frequent. Worse still, specific organisations have been founded to actively campaign against trans inclusion in schools, both in the media and by mounting legal challenges to local councils that implement trans inclusion guidelines. One such organisation, Transgender Trend, is a regular source of quotes for topical articles in newspapers such as the Sunday Times and Daily Mail. In its own words, Transgender Trend was founded in 2015 by a group of concerned parents for everyone who is concerned about the social and medical transition of children, the introduction of gender identity teaching into schools, and new policies and legislation based on subjective ideas of gender, rather than the biological reality of sex. In 2018, it published a resource pack for schools, markedly similar in appearance to the resources provided by major LGBTQ+ and trans organisations, purportedly to assist teachers in supporting children struggling with a gender identity. On closer examination, the guidance provided does precisely the opposite, by encouraging the suspicion and suppression of trans children's needs. Advice given by transgender organisations is focused upon the transgender individual and may not look at the holistic duties that the school has to the whole community, it ominously insists. The same resource pack also states, on no evidence whatsoever, that trans children and young people are a very new phenomenon. Schools need to be aware that there is no long-term evidence base to support the transition of children, including social transition. These are all quotes. Anti-trans groups like Transgender Trend are strangers to research, precisely because, exposed to research, their assertions evaporate. Rather, they rely on unevidenced myths, speculation, and insinuation that trans people are a new phenomenon, for example, or that there is a social prestige attached to being trans which must be discouraged. The school should aim to avoid any transgender child becoming a cause célèbre through the actions of the school. The same school's pack warns, while also referring to the risk of social contagion, from celebrity trans internet vloggers who glamorize medical transition. According to Transgender Trend, coming out as trans also may be used by the child as an excuse for bad behaviour or failing in class, or a pass to gaining special rights and exemptions not afforded to other children. In other words, not only does being trans make a child more glamorous and popular, but being trans can confer special privileges or operate as a get-out-of-jail-free card. All these assertions, it must be emphasised, are total nonsense. In fact, research reveals that the reality for trans pupils in British schools is starkly different from the one imagined by anti-trans campaign groups. 77% of LGBTQ+ pupils say they have never received any school-based education about gender identity and what being trans means. 33% of trans pupils are not able to be known by their preferred name at school. 58% are not allowed to use the toilets in which they feel comfortable. This environment, created by the failings of adults, only increases hostility and bullying among pupils. Horrifyingly, almost 1 in 10 trans young people have received a death threat while at school. Rather than being indulged or given special treatment, the stark truth is that many trans children are receiving little institutional support and, in some cases, are explicitly discouraged from being fully themselves at school. Yet just when greater inclusion, full commitment to anti-bullying practices and more robust safeguarding is needed, there emerges a false political narrative of trans children being disruptive to their peers, being extended privileged treatment, and carrying a risk of social contagion, converting other children to their gender ideology. Taking all of the above into account, it is clear that Britain is in the grip of a moral panic about trans children and young people. In their classic analysis of moral panics, sociologists Eric Good and Nachman Ben Yehuda outline 5 key characteristics. Concern, or the belief that the behaviour of the group in question are likely to have a negative effect on society. Hostility, fairly self-explanatory, to the point where the group in question are seen as folk devils. That is a group of... Oh, thank you for the follow, guys. Where was I? That is a group of people who are portrayed in media as outsiders and deviant, and who are blamed for crimes or other sorts of social problems. Consensus, or widespread acceptance that the group in question poses a very real threat to society. Disproportionality. Disproportionality. There you go. Disproportionality. Okay. The resulting societal action taken against the group is entirely disproportionate to the actual threat posed by it. And finally, volatility. Moral panics typically appear and subside very quickly, often vanishing abruptly because media and therefore public interest wanes or a new panic supplants the previous one. The narratives... I'm going to get some water. I'll get to the chat after I finish this. The narratives perpetuated about trans children, particularly in schools, by headlines like "Children Sacrificed to Appease Trans Lobby" or "Cult of Gender Identity is Harming Children," are intended to alarm the public. It's impossible to draw any other conclusion from the language used, and they certainly fit Good and Ben Yehuda's description of a moral panic. The framing of trans people as folk devils relies on 3 key factors. First, I've got a bit of a frog in my throat, I'm sorry. First, reducing trans children into crass stereotypes, such as Nick Robinson's conflation of young trans girls with the more familiar and well-worn caricature of adult blokes who've had sex changes. Second, exaggeration, such as overhyping the increase in children coming out as trans by use of language like surge and carefully selected statistics for headlines such as "Minister to order inquiry into 4,000% rise in children wanting to change sex." Between 2015 and 2020, 10,478 children defined as under 18 were referred to England's Gender Identity Development Service. The total child population of England is approximately 12 million. So, even with the increased numbers of children who are presenting to the NHS with gender issues, and even if all of them are persistently identifying as trans, these referrals would constitute at most approximately 0.09% of the total child population of England. The influence of LGBTQ plus organisations over schools, almost invariably portrayed as nefarious, is also exaggerated. The UK's largest LGBTQ plus charity, Stonewall, works with around 1,500 of the UK's 32,770 schools. So too is the ease with which families can access medical treatments and the age at which these treatments are made available. Finally, the creation of folk devils relies on predictions about the group's behaviour. Hostile media headlines regularly use the word grooming to describe the supposed influence of the trans lobby over children, a term that intentionally hints at sexual predation. In transphobic blogs, anti-trans online forums and social media, wild claims are made of a homophobic conspiracy to turn gay children straight, and of the existence of an online trans cult that attempts to recruit autistic young people. This last claim is based on the fact that there is some evidence of a link between being trans and autism, that autistic people may be more likely to have gender dysphoria and thereby identify themselves as trans, though as yet there is little evidence as to why this should be so. More important than explaining any potential link is the evidence that trans young people who are also autistic or otherwise neurodiverse are at an even higher risk of bullying and social exclusion at school than trans young people who are not. It's also notable that anti-trans theories can trade in negative stereotypes about autism as much as transphobic stereotypes. Sociologists broadly agree that moral panics can result in retrograde policy changes and punitive measures that impact significantly on civil rights. Just as significantly, they can also make institutions like schools more hesitant in acting to defend the group being targeted. It is more important than ever that those responsible for the well-being and education of children are properly trained and informed of the facts so that they can protect trans children. The moral panic surrounding trans children and their families not only obscures the bullying and exclusion trans kids already face, but actively encourages it. I feel like it's quite shaky acceptance or tolerance, Kate says, of the attitudes she and her daughter Alex experience in their daily lives. Quote, if there's some negative article about how trans kids don't exist and parents are abusive, it really worries me how that affects the way parents perceive Alex, and therefore how they feed that onto their own kids. Kate is especially concerned about how media coverage has already affected Alex's experience of school. The one proper problem we had at school was in the week after the BBC documentary, Transgender Kids Who Knows Best. It's not a coincidence, the timing, and so I don't know which parents watched that and what they then said to their kids, and then their kids say something hostile to Alex. It definitely has an impact. Joe tells me that many parents in their situation share similar stories of the connection between bullying and media representation. If there's a this is a quote, if there's a documentary out or a newspaper article, then kids are being bullied in school. They're getting abused on Snapchat, they get beaten up, they get a brick through the window. You know this is happening, and we see it anecdotally in the groups we're part of. As trans children like Alex grow up and move to secondary school, they, like all teenagers, enter an environment in which they cannot be as sheltered from prejudice or as easily protected by their parents as they were before. Like other teenage girls, Alex will look to assert her own identity in the world as an individual above and beyond her gender. But her parents worry that, unlike other girls, she'll face unique challenges, given that teenagers may be more inclined than younger children to pick on anyone different. The secondary school thing, Kate says, I just don't imagine it's going to be very easy, particularly as we don't exactly live in one of the more progressive areas for LGBTQ plus kids, like Brighton. Still, though the current state of the UK media and its discussion of trans children alarms Kate and Joe, they acknowledge that there is an upside. The greater visibility of trans people in public life gives them hope for their daughter's future. Societal attitudes, they believe, are changing and will continue to change for the better. Joe says, I used to be very worried about her future relationships and life prospects, her life expectancy and her health and everything else. And now, honestly, I think she's going to be absolutely fine. Everyone's got something going on with them. Everyone's got their own battles to fight. Of course, I worry for her. Everyone worries for their kids. We've already got examples of people in the public eye who are trans who are just getting on with it and excelling. And I think you'll see more and more. And she's just going to fly. I left the family convinced that despite almost inevitable difficulties ahead, Alex would ultimately thrive because of the love and support of two parents who were prepared to defend her to the hilt. Meeting Alex had also given me hope for the future. She and I were trans female people born only one generation apart, yet the world she's growing up in seems to have far more space in it for trans people than the one I knew. Yet it also raises another question about growing up trans in Britain today. Alex's family home was a place of love and security, but this is by no means the case for all trans children. The UK government's national LGBT survey, conducted in 2018, the largest survey of LGBT people ever carried out anywhere, found that 44% of trans people avoided being open about their gender identity at home for fear of a negative reaction. The survey also provides some insight into the kinds of negative reaction trans young people fear. 27% said they had experienced verbal harassment from someone they lived with in the past year. 5% said they had experienced physical violence at the hands of someone they lived with. Shockingly, the most frequent perpetrators in both cases were parents. Family rejection and estrangement have devastating long-term health implications. They also have a material impact. For some kids, the only option is leaving home. Others have no option at all. Their parents kick them out. As a result, trans teenagers and young adults in Britain are much more likely to experience homelessness than their cisgender peers. According to research by AKT, formerly the Albert Kennedy Trust, a charity that has been providing safe homes and supporting LGBTQ+ youth since 1989, 24% of homeless young people identify as LGBTQ+, and in 77% of these cases, homelessness was due to a family abuse or rejection, usually related to their sexuality or gender identity. A minority within a minority, trans young people are disproportionately overrepresented in the homeless population. 1 in 4 trans people have experienced homelessness. The numbers have increased significantly. AKT's CEO Tim Sigsworth tells me at the charity's head office in London. When I started at ACT 12 years ago, less than 5% of our service users identified as trans. Now we are looking at around 35%. Later I speak to Dawn, a regional services manager for ACT in Newcastle, who says that in the northeast of England, about half of the young people accessing ACT services are trans. The reason for this dramatic increase in a little over a decade, Tim and Dawn both suggest, is that more people are coming out younger, but family and community attitudes aren't evolving fast enough, meaning that trans teens and young adults are facing a wave of hostility. Dawn says that this negative reaction is the key difference in the situations facing trans young people and the lesbian, gay and bi young people she also works with. Things are getting easier on sexuality in terms of understanding, but gender identity remains hard for people to grasp, and parents don't know what is happening for the young person. They can react badly. On a chilly November evening at a weekly meetup for trans young people in Cardiff, I'm introduced to 25-year-old Rudy Harris, a trans man. Today, Rudy is studying for a master's degree at Cardiff University. He has good friends and is engaged to be married. Life is good. Yet just 1 year ago, Rudy tells me, he was homeless. Before I leave, he hands me a copy of a speech he gave a few days previously to a meeting organised by Simorth Simru, the umbrella body for providers of housing support in Wales, saying that it provided the fullest description of his own experience. I read the speech on the train home. This is the speech. I graduated from university in the summer of 2016, the speech starts. I was forced to return home to South Wales because I wasn't mentally well enough to start a graduate job. My family are part of an incredibly conservative religious sect. Rudy had been openly queer since he was 17, first coming out as bisexual at university. He had begun to transition medically to male, taking testosterone which gave him a more masculine presentation and voice. His immediate family struggled with the idea, and when he moved back into the family home, one close relative in particular made his life hell. Quote, the abuse there escalated from verbal to physical, Rudy went on. And after talking to my partner, who lives away, I was convinced to go to a local domestic violence centre and ask for help. Professionals at the domestic violence centre were genuinely concerned Rudy's life was in danger. They did an assessment and decided that I was at imminent threat of homicide. If you stay there, they told me, you will be dead in 6 months or less. Despite the gravity of his situation, Rudy found that existing provisions for victims of domestic abuse wasn't designed with someone like him, a transitioning trans man, in mind. Indeed, the domestic violence provision was heavily gendered. I was given 3 options, he continued. A woman's shelter, a man's shelter, or presenting myself to the council as homeless. It should tell you all you need to know about the fear that British trans people live in right now in 2019 when I tell you I chose homelessness. Rudy believed that the option of highly gendered domestic violence shelters could make him a target as someone in the process of transitioning to male. My figure and voice were becoming more masculine by the day as the result of hormone treatment. I feared that if I tried to access a gendered refuge, someone would report me to the tabloids. Rudy had come up against a common problem for trans people seeking crisis services.
I'm so fucking hungry, Bill. I'm so
Thanks for the redeem, Aurelia.
anyone could be so hungry.
But I'm gonna delay it until after the book. Rudy had come up against a common problem for trans people seeking crisis services. Not simply a lack of specialist provision, but a lack of understanding of how trans people's fear of highly gendered services can lead them to self-exclude, as Rudy felt he had to, because of the risk of further harassment and prejudice within those services. Presenting as homeless to his local authority hardly brought an end to Rudy's problems. Homelessness has increased year on year across the UK in the past decade. The huge numbers of homeless people waiting to be accommodated in Wales alone meant that even though he was fleeing domestic violence, Rudy was placed in Band C priority, the third of 4 bandings for the most urgent cases. He was placed in a bed and breakfast, as is customary for those waiting to be housed. There, things took a turn for the worse. A couple of weeks into my stay, a new man joined our breakfast table. He'd just got out of prison for beating up a gay man. He seemed proud of it. I knew that if I didn't get out of there, I would be at serious risk of further abuse. Here, Rudy encountered another key problem for trans people experiencing housing issues or homelessness: the risk of harassment that accompanies living in shared accommodation with homophobic or transphobic people. The default position in the UK for benefit claims is that all single people under the age of 35 who claim universal credit, formerly housing benefit, to help pay rent should live in shared accommodation with housemates to keep costs to the state down. There are some exceptions, such as those leaving the care system and people with certain disabilities. For those driven to the brink of homelessness, emergency accommodation, like the bed and breakfast Rudy was placed in, lacks even the most basic privacy. We see cases, this is a quote, we see cases where trans people are just put in hostels with shared bathroom facilities. Dornat Act tells me. I had a case where a young trans woman who was transitioning was having to share a bathroom. It isn't acceptable. This lack of privacy can become particularly pressing for trans young people who either cannot or do not want to pass, in quotes, as a non-trans person, which often means they are subject to harassment in private spaces like bathrooms. Another example would be a trans man who is wearing chest binders all day and sharing facilities with people. Dawn explains. If he doesn't want other residents to know he's hiding it all the time and binding longer than he safely should until late at night when other people are asleep, that's a huge problem. As the ACT CEO, Tim Sigsworth, says emphatically, shared accommodation does not work if you are going through a very private and personal transition process. When Rudy was forced to share accommodation with someone convicted of a violent homophobic hate crime, he wrote to his member of the Senedd, Welsh Parliament, and was transferred, though he remained in emergency accommodation for 3 months as the council struggled to place him in proper temporary housing. According to his November 2019 speech at Simorf Simaru, this difficulty in finding him somewhere to live stemmed directly from his trans identity. The available hostels, shared housing and temporary accommodation were either gender segregated or had specific age requirements. Quote, I was too old for some places, not woman enough for some, not man enough for others. I was in a state of limbo. My existence as a transgender man who was a victim of domestic violence was not part of anybody's protocol. Some of this will be about appearance. A trans man currently transitioning may feel anxious about going to a women's shelter while presenting as male, but also fear being subject to hostility if they are identified as trans in a men's shelter. This, Tim Sigsworth tells me, is a fundamental problem for vulnerable people with multifaceted identities. Services will compartmentalize us because they can only deal with one problem at a time. So they will not see the whole person. It's a massive issue, so a lot is lost. There's no obvious place to stop here. Hold on. Okay, here we go. I found a place. Rudy finally got back on his feet thanks to the help of a support worker working for the Welsh homeless charity Clamau, which ran the emergency accommodation he was placed in. Quote, they got me into longer-term supported accommodation where I could put down roots and work to get my life back together again. Rudy concurs with Tim. People are more complex than tick boxes. One size does not fit all. The ways in which different forms of marginalisation, prejudice and oppression can combine in certain contexts, known as intersectionality, have in recent years become more widely acknowledged in activist circles. Yet, for those working in frontline community services, there's often neither the time nor the resources to consider the intersecting vulnerabilities facing those trans young people who have been rejected by their families and are consequently struggling to find somewhere to live. For instance, trans young people from certain ethnic, cultural and religious backgrounds are more likely to need help. Tim tells me that in London, 80% of ACT service users are BAME, and that even outside London, the overall proportion of BAME service users is 58%. Trans young people of colour, then, are disproportionately in need of support with housing, and in addition to the institutional barriers they may face for being trans, it is also fair to assume they experience similar hurdles because of race. In part, as Tim explains, this is because in the charity and housing sector, the people providing support don't reflect the communities they're serving. I think for people of colour, it's mainly secular, this is a quote, it's mainly secular, white-led services that are responding to their needs. So often in services, the young people we work with won't be seen by another trans person, or they won't see another person of colour, and they often will not see somebody who is a person of faith. ACT, on the other hand, tries to ensure that both its staff and its own volunteer base is representative of the young people it works with. One of these volunteers, who was previously supported by ACT, is Robin, a 27-year-old non-binary trans person whose identity is transfeminine, meaning that she was assigned male at birth. Oh, thank you for the resub, Babina. Thank you so much. I'll just finish this bit. whose identity is transfeminine, meaning that she was assigned male at birth, but her gender identity now sits closer to the feminine or female on the gender spectrum, and she consequently uses feminine pronouns. Quote, I was born and raised in Birmingham and grew up in a pretty small neighbourhood of almost 100% Muslims, mainly Pakistani Muslims, Robin tells me. She attended Parkfield Community School, the school which in 2019 made headlines when its LGBTQ plus inclusive relationships education attracted protests outside the school gates. Quote, I'm not surprised that school is where the protest began, Robin acknowledges. Though her own family is Muslim, they were not super religious. Rather, their faith was expressed culturally. Long before her sexuality or gender became an issue, Robin felt like the black sheep of her family. Quote, I wasn't interested in the same things as them. At times, they could be very bigoted. I just didn't agree with their views on a lot of things. We had wildly different personalities and politics, and it made me stick out. Her childhood was unhappy. Quote, it was a pretty abusive home, even without gender coming into play. Was it violent, I ask. Really violent, just incessantly violent, almost exclusively from my dad, but my older brother joined in a lot of it once he got a little older because the age difference between me and him is 6 years. Early in adolescence, Robin became aware that she was attracted to people of all genders and felt confused about whether she was gay or bi. I didn't really know trans people existed. It took till probably my late teens to realise that was even a thing people felt that they could put a word on. I was definitely thinking I was just very feminine, gay, or bi man, and thinking I just wanted to really present as feminine. I thought, am I a drag queen? I don't understand. University gave Robin space to come out as bi. Soon she had come to the realisation that she was also trans. But at 22 years old, she had to drop out of her course because of mental health issues. She had no job, and now no accommodation. Her family, she believes, suspected she might be gay and had grown overtly homophobic as a form of discouragement. Rather than return home, she turned to ACT, who helped her find accommodation. Eventually, she decided to come out to her friends on Facebook, a step that inevitably meant having to tell her family. I was so torn up about telling them and stressed about it, and in my head it was like, well, they're abusive, so I expected them to react badly. Just from the stress of not wanting to tell them, I got really ill. Robin's mental health deteriorated to the point where she attempted suicide. She was placed on a men's psychiatric ward. There, she decided to text her entire family to tell them she was trans and to ask if that was okay with them. She received no response. Then I got a call from my sister who said, well, you need to stay in hospital, obviously, because you're saying all this crazy stuff about being a girl. And don't worry, they can fix that for you, you know. Robin says she thinks her family would have accepted her back as a son and brother if she had conceded that she was mentally ill and apologised. As it is, only one family member, her younger brother, still speaks to her. Robin is at pains to point out that even when she has accessed support from LGBTQ plus organisations, she has been nervous about being pigeonholed by white people because of her ethnic and religious background. Quote, I often didn't feel comfortable talking about my family's religion. I worried people would just say, oh, so you're trans, your family is Muslim? Obviously those two things can't go together, so that's it. That's the entire story. Well, no, it's not always that easy. Speaking about how race has shaped her experience of being trans, Robin says a key problem is that she feels she fights bigotry on both fronts, having to deal with transphobia in her family's community and racist assumptions within the trans community from which she seeks support. I have tried, quote, this is a quote, I have tried really hard to socialise with trans groups and it's super white, to the point almost where it feels intentional. It's really difficult to feel like I finally found my people. They understand what I'm going through. And then you see that they're all white and they understand such a small part of what I experienced as a trans woman of colour. She says one racialized assumption is that she must be or have been a sex worker, something she's been asked directly. That's, quote, that's a hugely messed up thing to say, first of all, and you've just assumed that there's just one narrative. You wouldn't say that to a white person. You wouldn't feel comfortable saying that. But you think you know my entire story? Because obviously we must all have the exact same one. So I'm going to stop. Oh my God, it's heavy stuff, isn't it? Heavy stuff, but good stuff. I think I deserve chocolate, huh? I think I deserve chocolate after that. Thanks for the resub, Habina. That's really cool. You've been subscribed for 6 months. Let's put some fucking music on. I think I'm allowed to swear now. It's not easy being trans. Back 5. There we go. Right, I hope you all enjoyed that. Enjoyed. It's really good, isn't it? It's really bloody good, but fuck me. Ah, yeah. Sloth dude's cracking up. Aurelia cracking up. Story Girl says, laughed my ass off at the AFK clip talking about sloppy seconds and Aurelia cackling madly in the background. It's a good clip, that, isn't it? And it does seem a shame that we're going to have to get rid of that. I just wonder if, like, some of it's not overt. Because, like, you know, in Pixar films where they have kind of stuff that's for adults and the children just won't get it. I just wonder if, like, that's, you know, euphemisms like that. I don't know if I can still talk about them. I'm not even sure how to do it. How are you even family friendly? How is it even possible for people to... I don't want to be like the fucking One Show or something. Jesus Christ. And if anyone doesn't know what the One Show is, it's stupid. Like, it's just a stupid TV show on, was it BBC or something? It's just so bland. It's so bland. Story Girl, the trans agenda is dominated by a big nightclub. Yeah, Story says, oh my fucking God, that's precisely what the boy in the dress did. Now, I'm not entirely sure what specifically you're talking about there, but I would agree. Yes, that's precisely what the boy in the dress did. Something awful. Just everything awful, isn't it? You know? Yeah. It did a lot of things, that book, and most of them were very bad. Oh, do you want to see what I'm doing? So I'm just going to do this bag and then I think I'm going to start. But I don't know, we'll see. I'm really enjoying it. It's a really good build. And I need a bit of Lego. I need a bit of Lego to kind of just, you know, recenter my chi or whatever. I still personally don't think autistic people are more likely to be transgender. Aurelia's got a good point here. I think she might be onto something. But rather that we're inherently more likely to question authority and the patriarchy and social norms. So the barrier to hatching, to understanding that you're trans, is lighter than for neurotypicals. Maybe autistic people are just more likely to just kind of you know, accept that aspect of them, you know. They're more likely to be open-minded about the possibility that they're trans. Whereas neurotypicals, you know, they may just deny it. They may be living in a state of denial, not able to kind of cross that barrier into self-realization. I mean, you know, maybe. Of course, it's hard to prove either way, and anything that could definitively prove it would be used against both. And maybe we shouldn't try. Hey Ginger Bay, Naomi, meow to you too. You came during the book reading. I hope you stuck around and I hope you enjoyed the book at least. Really says, I've been homeless. Wasn't for long, only a month or so. It does count. Already it does count, yes. Storage, I'd consider even a day. Being disconnected from your safe space with no next place planned is enormously disruptive, no matter how lucky you get. Yeah, it's the same. I know we can fix that, Pukes. Me too. That reminds me of Angel Maxine from Ghana. Angel Maxine? Is that another trans woman? Slofty says, you do, and already I redeemed one for you anyway. Yeah, I deserve a chocolate. I mean, I redeemed chocolate because it was tough and I felt you needed something to blunt the edge. It was good. I mean, this chocolate's brilliant. Not only did Aurelia buy this chocolate for me, but she's also redeeming it so I can eat it. Storage. I do often think about the way white LGBT is understood to be secular, but only in terms of lol, Christianity sucks, really leaves us with no way of coping with faiths and beliefs. It's a big problem, you know. Trans, it is predominantly white, and this, yeah, and also, you know, the fact that if you are black and trans, you know, you've got so many more fronts to fight. It's much harder to find community. It's much harder to get support. Yeah, it's not right, and it needs improvement. And I think we can. I mean, I think as you know, as a trans person, and I guess a member of the trans community, whatever that means, it would be really good to kind of sort that shit out, wouldn't it? It really would. And it's not a case of. It's definitely not a case of. You know, some people may say, okay, here we go. Some people may say that it's like, yeah, but you know, trans people have it so bad anyway. We got to try and look, you know. Let's get onto that problem when we've sorted everything out for white trans people. That's what they might say, right? As if we can't do both. We can do more than one thing at a time, girls and boys. Like, together we're stronger. Together we're stronger. That's always the way. Ginger Bay Nami hugs to anyone consenting and needed them. You know why I need a hug? And I consent. Thank you. Aurelia, that was quite the read, Meja. A bit too much of a serving. I think I need a box. It didn't work. Did it work? Shit. Can I get... It didn't work, Aurelia. Something's wrong. Oh no. People know what you're trying to do as well. Cool, I just made a cool thing. I'm not sure. I like it. I don't know what it is, but it's cool. What do I do with it, though? That's the question. Oh, I see. I just put it like that. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Did it work? I didn't hear it. Maybe, do I need to refresh something or something? I don't know. I need to reload it, don't I? Yeah, I need to reload it. Probably, you're right. So let me just refresh my cache or whatever I need to do. 1 second. Where are they? Take a photo of this. The deed is done. Try again. Everyone brace yourselves, it may be too loud. Sorry, it says my boy in the dress thing was. Oh,
Excuse me. Can I get a box?
that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Thank you, Aurelia. Me and Aurelia have had a little meeting while we were on the last break. And I was like, Aurelia, we need it. We need the box. We need to have the box. So that's now, yeah, you need to modify it slightly, huh? Just go for it. I thought it was still pretty good. It's a bit too low volume, right? Go on, you can, I think you need to sort that out because, I can't modify them. Yeah, there's the volume levels. So that was a good volume, right? We needed a bit more like that, please. Still good down here. I don't think we'll ever get rid of that one. So, but we only have a limited number of these things. So I think what's gone is the, you don't know what I've done. You don't know what I've done. That's gone now. Maybe not gone forever, but it's been shelved, you know, archived. So yeah, my boy in the dress thing was where in schools the gender non-conforming thing made him a super, super glamorous hero. Yeah, it did, didn't it? It made him a fucking superstar. Whereas the reality, of course, was that he would never ever live that down. He would be bullied. He would be beaten. He'd be picked on incessantly. It would make his life hell, honestly. And the book was set in what, the 90s or something? It would have been even worse. He would have never gone to school again. He'd have probably ended up homeless in a ditch, you know, if it was an actual reality book, but it wasn't a reality book, was it? It wasn't actually a documentary. It was David Walliams' wank fantasy. Okay, something here. What's going on here? The aircraft required custom-made white paint in order to dissipate the heat generated by supersonic flight. Wow, custom-made. No, I just did a stupid thing again, didn't it? I wish I wouldn't do this. Custom-made white paint. I wish someone would make custom-made white paint for me. Then I could go supersonic. Okay, what are we doing? Open some fingers on. Like so. It is done. Wow, this is so fucking cool. So cool. It's so cool. She's a trans singer from Ghana, says Abina. She started getting more press during the Ghana anti-gay bill. Unfortunately, the anti-gay law passed. So I'm like, ugh. But the video slaps. What a shame. So Ghana's fairly regressive as far as LGBTQ stuff goes, I guess. I mean, yeah. Perhaps even as much as the UK. You don't know what I've done is a good one though. It was a pretty good one, wasn't it? But if I'm gonna go family friendly, I think we need to maybe we need to get rid of it, you know? You don't know what I've done? Well, actually, you do know what I've done. It's only nice things. I have only done good, nice, family-friendly things. That's what I've done. You know it. Let's just keep it between you and me, yeah? What I've actually done. So when we get this influx of all these families, when we get the massive, massive influx of families, then let's not mention what I've done, yeah? We're gonna trick him. Yeah, so I've closed most of my accounts. Yeah, so this is an announcement actually. Stalled. Oh, fuck's sake. This is a big announcement, and this is what I've done recently. You don't know what I've done? Well, I'm going to tell you what I've done. I've closed pretty much all my accounts. I'm in the process of closing down my main other accounts, the name of which I can't say. Oh, fiddlesticks. That's going. Which is a shame because there's a nice little earner. But I think possibly I was just not feeling good about it anymore, you know? I think I was just not really feeling it anymore. I was putting it off. I've got this issue with my breast. It was really stressing me out. And I think me deciding this has actually helped in a sense, because if I hadn't decided this already, and I had decided this I decided this earlier in the week, it actually enabled me to kind of face the idea of having my breast removed. And it was like, it's not great. It's not fun. I'm not super happy with it, sure. But at least I'm not super stressed about it as well in relation to to my other line of work. Like the one informed the other, but it's not the way around you think. You know, I decided I wasn't going to do it anymore, and that then allowed me to deal with to deal with the fact that I could get my breast removed. It was that order, you know. That was the order. It makes sense. And yeah, I kind of feel good about it. Honestly, I feel good. It was a good effort. I think I could have maybe if I'd have really put if I'd have really tried hard, maybe I could have done okay, like properly, like I could have lived off it, you know. But it would also have been a bit of a waste. I kind of feel I was just becoming too obsessed with just, image and, just trying to make myself as pretty as possible for all these pictures. And it was kind of seeping into my sense of worth, you know. I was kind of losing my sense of worth. I was losing my self-esteem, in fact, which isn't great. And because I was losing my self-esteem, it was becoming unhealthy. You know, I was comparing myself to other women and all this kind of stuff. And I don't want to do that. I don't really want to be that person. It's like, it's still semi-important to me, but I also understand that it shouldn't be. And I'd like to, as part of my life changes, I've decided that I'm going to pursue other ventures. Twitch, going full in. Yeah, going full in on Twitch. And another, sorry, I'm building off screen, but I'm talking. Another announcement I'd like to make is because I had that interview on Sunday with Sophie Molly, and it went really well, especially considering where I was at the night before, which was not a fun place to be. So I think I actually pulled it right out of my hat. Bet you thought I was going to say ass then, but it wasn't. It was my hat. I pulled it out of my hat, and the interview was good. The stream was good. I enjoyed it, and I also felt that it had a real purpose, it had a real purpose and a real point. And so I'm going to continue to do that. I've actually lined up some bloody amazing guests every Sunday from now on, Transbricks, as well as me building Lego. I'm going to have someone on to interview. I've basically filled up June. I think there's one Sunday I haven't done yet, but I'm going to fill that up, don't worry. I've filled up June, and I've got some kick-ass people, right? I've got some kick-ass guests. People who are, people who you might know. People who you may follow on Twitter, honestly. So I'm pretty happy with this. If you've got any suggestions, or you want to nominate anyone, or you want to perhaps even be a guest yourself, just let me know. Just DM me. Make sure you're in our Discord. Or if you don't want to be on our Discord, DM me on Twitter. And if you don't want to DM me on Twitter, I don't know what to say. I mean, you got to do one of those things. Be on our Discord or DM me on Twitter. I'm not sure. Write me a letter. And the address that you can send the letter will not be appearing on screen at the end of the stream. Errol knows where I live. You have to ask Errol where I live. Oh, no, you don't, do you? You know where I used to live. You don't know where I live anymore. That's true. Haha, you don't know where I live. I escaped. Phew. I actually only moved because Errol knew where I used to live, so I had to move. For my own safety, as much as anything. So yeah, I reloaded it. Are you looking at the volume, Aurelia? Let me know how are you getting on okay? Can I get a box?
Excuse me. Can I get a box?
That's great. Let's do it there. Yeah, I like it. Excuse me. Can I get a box? That's about as good an impression as I can do. Shit. She's got an amazing voice. Like, she does it so well. I love it. I fucking love her. You know, I'd love to be her friend. I'd love to be her friend. Still building. Sorry, building off camera, but it doesn't matter. No, fine. You can see. I built this, and it's gonna go on the main. It's gonna attach to the main thing, isn't it? That was good. Thank you, Aurelia. That's really good. Storage says, I mean, the weirdly specific detail of the girl's massively expensive designer clothes. It was all really heightened in a way that's quite harmful in that context. Yeah. She had fucking Louboutins and stupid Jimmy Choos, and it was weird. It was weird. It was stupid. It was wrong. And it was basically David Williams' wank fantasy. I mean, that's what it was, wasn't it? That's what it was. Can't believe he wrote his book. Yeah. It's laughed, dude. It was clearly about pooping in orbit. Yes, this has been established, actually. This was established. That's what it was about. That's what I've done. Storage. If it can be said by a queer-coded Disney villain in 1970, it can be said here. Right. Yes. Queer-coded Disney villain. I will bear that in mind. I will work on that persona. I don't know. Help. Well, people evolve and develop. Well, most do. And this is where you are currently. In a few months, you'll be somewhere else. Probably further along your current improvement track. Thank you, Errol. That's certainly what I hope. Oh no, we're going to lose the butthole clip, aren't we? No. Oh shit, no. No, because isn't that family friendly? Do families not have buttholes? Oh, come on. That's funny. That's just funny. Can we have it, please? I haven't lost anything, but I want someone to play it now. I want to check that it's family friendly. It is, right? It is. It must be. Ooh, okay, so this goes on here now.
Have you checked your butthole? Skip butthole.
That's PG. That's PG. Come on. Like it can't be. I mean, come on. It can't be just like. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Like, I think we can go a bit further than that and it still be family friendly. I think we can, you know. Okay, I think I'm going to stop building now because I'm a bit tired. But this is what we got. We got quite a lot of the wings, honestly. Big portion of the wings, some of the landing gear. Got these lovely orange parts. I don't remember those still. A bit of the Technic functionality going on. It's quite clever. I don't really understand it, but it's quite clever. And so yeah, we got it. Oh shit! that back on. Yeah, it's big, isn't it? It's quite big. So that's really cool. And I get it now, actually. I do understand why I did that. It's just to stand it. So you can stand it up. That's why those orange things are on it. So it stands up. You can build while stood up. I understand now. It's like it gives it a bit of stability that it wouldn't have had otherwise. Have you checked your butthole? No, we're not going to lose it. We're going to keep that one. Earlier, I think, says, I think Meja and I will have to look them through, but we may. No, we won't. No, not that one. Not that one. The butthole's safe. The butthole is safe. The box is safe. And we are going to try and keep our buttholes. Storage. We could make a very half-assed edit where it cuts out the word butthole and someone's saying, purse? have you checked your purse? No. The butthole's fine. Butthole's fine. It's already a pretty darn big pile of Lego. Yeah, I know the orange bits will come off. Yeah, it's just so I can stand it up. It's to give it some stability. It's quite clever, really, I suppose. Okay, well, I hope you've all had a nice time with me. I've had a nice time building Lego, building the Concorde, watching silly videos on YouTube, reading transgender issue, not crying because I'm brave. I'm a very brave person and I didn't cry, even though it was quite sad. Thank you, everyone. No, exactly, Errol. Exactly. We can't remove the personality. We're just gonna take the best parts and remove the smut. There's gonna be less smut. I think that's the word, isn't it? That's the word we need to think about. And that's what we're gonna remove. But it'll still be inside. It'll still be in here. You know that I'm going to be thinking it, right? You know I'm going to be thinking it. I just can't say it. We can all think it. We just can't say it. It's like our little secret. It's almost more fun, It's almost more fun in a way. Let's see who we can raid. Who can we raid today? Who can we make? Whose evening shall we make? Let's make someone's evening. I'm very excited to tell you about my guests. What I'll do is I'll put them in the Discord.
We just found these pictures online. They're all from the 80s.
I'll put them in the Discord. So, and I'll put the schedule so you can all check it out and get super excited as well. Honestly, make sure you're wearing your special pants because otherwise you might make a bit of a mess. It's really exciting. Okay, we got various people, but I think I want to get my name printed out. I want to get my whole face printed out and put up on a wall. Yeah, on his little printer. So you know who we're going to raid, don't you? You know who we're going to raid. It's Mr. Forgard in Sweden. He's a DJ and he's super fucking cool. I think I think he's into me. I think he's a bit into me, Obviously, obviously. That's fine. I mean, obviously. We're gonna raid Forgard. No, he's just a very nice guy, actually. I think he's a very nice guy. And he's a good DJ as well. He plays some quite fun tunes. I do like a bit of tunes. Tunes with a C-H. Tunes, yeah? So we're gonna raid Forgard. Have a great Thursday, everyone. It's been a pleasure, as always. I'm gonna go chill now. But I'll be back on Sunday with my next guest. Yes, it's going to be my first special guest, isn't it? Gosh, is it? Yeah, I think it is, but I can't remember who it is. Oh, yeah, no, I know it is. Yeah, I know it is. I know, yeah. So it's going to be a good one. I'll see you on Sunday, normal time, 1 o'clock CET. In the meantime, take care, everyone. And I'm going to leave you all with Forgard. We're going to have some party tunes. It's time to party. Take care. Mwah.